Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are checking out a not even new game, a yet-to-be-released game today.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, Skytear Horde.
This is one of our favorite publishers.
From our friends, the artist formerly known as PvP Geeks.
PvP Geeks. As it turns out, more than just PvP Geeks. Also PvE Geeks.
That's right, PV.
We love games where players are versus things. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome. I see Jackmo in the chat. If you see Jackmo posting on YouTube specifically, he is one of the founders of Skytear Games and is probably going to help us with any rules that come up along the way. Zach and I, when we do this, is a little bit different, so let's set some expectations right off the bat.
Get that bar real low.
One of them is that, a lot of people that are going to be doing, like I saw the Dice Tower video, the preview video on this, which was really well done.
Man, I'm going to give a shout out to Skytear Games for a second.
They crushed the content side of this.
The amount of content going to launch this Kickstarter, 2 thumbs up. That Kickstarter, it's on Kickstarter right now if you're unfamiliar and haven't checked that out, is very strong.
Super helpful, too.
The way they did everything, I think, was... very good.
Yeah. So a lot of these are produced videos where you're cutting and focusing on exactly what's going on and how the rules are going to work. Zach and I give you a little more organic experience, I would say. We're just players of many games over the course of our lives, and think it's nice to have a perspective of what it's like to actually kind of start playing this game without perfect understanding of how things work. You're not Rodney at Watch It Play, just like nailing everything left and right. So we'll show some sloppy stuff, I'm sure, as we go along, things that maybe are confusing for us out of the gate. Solving those things over the course of this gameplay is going to probably give you a leg up on things you might have also been confused about that we can help clarify through our own muddling through.
That's right. And of course, the game is still in development. It is on Kickstarter, so we already have a couple of errata that are going to come through, some changes. And it's possible if you're watching this back later that things have changed since now and the game actually releasing. So definitely check out channels like Watch It Played or other.
Do they have one? I actually was just saying that.
On this, no. But I'm saying presumably when the game actually comes out, there would be people making content.
Scooping the Rodney?
About the actual game. It might be Rodney. It might be someone else.
Your Rodney video I hear these days is about $250,000.
That was the rate
Canadian.
He quoted me.
Yeah, Canadian. Yeah. Hey, welcome again. I hope everybody's doing okay.
That's a lie, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a lie.
Someone's saying the audio's out of sync.
Is it? Well, nothing we can do about that. Sometimes it's a YouTube issue.
Can you refresh your browser?
Yeah.
And see if that continues to be the same?
Yeah, let's take a look. And if it is, we'll take a look at it.
Sorry to cut you off.
Why? Okay, so there's no reason it would be out of sync for us. We're all clean on this side of life. So let's just wait and see if YouTube... Okay, if you guys are all out of sync...
This is the joy of live streaming, right?
Then let's just get into it. There's nothing... I might just adjust our audio here then. The inevitable ghost in the machine here is...
This week's been this is our first week streaming in 2022.
Driving me crazy.
XVONI0 saying, looks fine on my end.
What about, can you refreshing seem to fix it there, Dana? Okay, yeah, that's good.
That's usually the thing.
And if you're really concerned about it, go to Twitch where people know how to stream content. You see what I did there? Yeah, twitch.tv.
You really burned YouTube there.
We got him. How dare they host our 5,000 videos for free?
Yeah, for absolutely free. Crazy.
Twitch will
we don't even let them run ads on our videos, which is hilarious.
Twitch will actually be a better... It should be... In fact, if somebody could go to Twitch and tell me if it's actually behind a little bit on Twitch as well, that means it's probably on our end. Otherwise... it's definitely YouTube. Probably a ghost in that machine.
What up, Terrence? Hope you're doing well, man.
Alex says it seems good to me, and Alex is delivering mail right now, and he's so reliable at that front. You imagine he's also reliable on reporting how the audio looks as well. Neither rain nor snow nor shine nor hail. Keep Alex
There's hail outside.
from watching our stream right now.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna be 11 degrees tonight. So here's what we're gonna do first.
Luckily, my car's really old now.
We're gonna do a solo. Zach and I are gonna fight about what to do as a solo. We're gonna be
just another day in the Covenant office. You know what I mean?
Two-headed giant is what we call this. Where we're gonna determine what to do, and you're gonna see the differences in how we might approach a game like this.
Hey, Trezmillion and Brombe over on Twitch saying it's behind here too.
Now, why though? I'm so annoyed. Did Jonathan do something? Bryce,
Now it's part of the
him?
comedic.
Can you see if Jonathan did anything weird?
Yeah.
Delay? Did he change anything? Was there any number that was input? How can something be different from one moment to the next when nothing has changed?
Well, I know pre-holiday break, we had we introduced a delay to the stream. Not the delay you're seeing now, but a delay where, like, when I say the living rampart, our team over there can, like, make a card pop and make it pop up on the screen at the right time.
No, look.
See, now he totally just didn't even listen. I was actually testing Bryce, which I'm still pretty
interview coming up.
interested in the old Bryce cam. I know the stream really wants it. So if you want to see that, leave us a comment. I'm just kidding. Smash that like button. But realistically, so Bryce over there, when I say the living rampart, can make it show up about the time I'm actually saying it on stream instead of after the fact. But that also could be creating some issues here.
Let's dive into this thing. Skytear Horde. Got a rulebook as the crowdfunding draft. Very nice of them to provide this for us. So I'm going to go to the main shot here.
Let me confirm this. Oni's saying it can't be you guys, though, because it's not affecting me on my cell phone or on YouTube on my PC.
I'm blaming YouTube. I'll blame Restream. It's Restream then. No? Yeah, it's OBS. I'm going to blame OBS.
No. Someone is getting the feed accurately.
Oh, well.
So people watching it live may just have a little bit of an issue because whatever platforms are doing whatever they're doing.
It must be all of these computers. You guys mining Bitcoin or something out there? Okay, here's the rulebook. Skytear Horde. It looks good, right?
I'm glad we made it 3 days into the stream schedule this year before getting to NFTs and Bitcoin again.
Oh, man, I watched the whole thing. Okay, here's what we do. Step 1, we place the lane tokens right here. You see these little lane tokens?
Okay.
They make clearly defined lanes. You see there's a little...
it's a wall.
There's like a red and then a bluish, then a red and a bluish, red. So we're going to do that. So that kind of defines our lanes for us. And I think in the final volley of this, it's like on a neoprene style playmat. So I think it's a tighter board.
This is kind of a prototype-ish thing, right?
These are the huge prototype. This is all prototype. So this is not what you'd be getting as a Kickstarter backer. So just be aware of that. Step 2, the outsider pile. So the Horde and outsider stuff are grouped, and you can see, you see these little icons up top, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a little dino set right here, and we've got a little skull of a cow set there, and then we've got an outsider that's kind of a generic.
Name that card, and we can see
vanilla.
See that logo coming up on it. Ooh.
This one, the ancient outsider. See, look at this, a double.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah,
I love card art that does this.
Oh, you're gonna love this because all the outsiders do this. Ancient outsider right there. Look at that.
So like on the screen, we're only showing half.
Yeah,
but you're holding the others.
Which half is that? Is that the left half? There's the right half.
Yeah.
So there you go. Then we've got more just kind of generic. These are Horde cards. So this is going to always kind of go into our deck. You know, in Marvel Champions,
standard set?
Yeah, standard set. Yeah, that's right. Then we've got what we're going to be using are zombie Horde cards.
Okay.
So these are all of our Horde cards.
Talk about a skeleton crew.
And this is the outsider that comes with that. You see, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
It's like a full landscape.
Oh, there's 2 outsiders.
Yeah, well, they're the same,
Worth mentioning, this is a solo/co-op game.
Yeah.
From what I can tell from the Kickstarter, you can play it alone. You can play it with a team, playing 2 different decks and stuff. You can also play 3-player where someone's controlling the bad guys.
No way. Oh, they're like a PvP one or something?
PvP-ish.
PvPe.
PvP.
So this looks great.
Ooh, look at that.
Doesn't even have a head.
That's what I'm talking about.
Can you bring up the Betrayed in the same way? The full spread? And this is cool. So these outsiders come out at the very end, and it's the giant boss at the end that you've got to beat, like kind of when you're playing Zelda or whatever.
Yeah, look at that.
Things come out. Oh, come on.
Honestly, Skytear Games out there, just do this until you can't do this anymore.
Yeah, please don't stop doing it. Then we've got minion cards. These are just markers. So this is a game inspired by Tower Defense.
Okay, what's a Tower Defense game?
I'm glad you asked.
Give me the rundown.
Did you run it? Did you pull that off the script we put together? So
it would shock people how unscripted everything is.
In a standard Tower Defense game, the whole point is that the computer generates a giant bunch of warm bodies. Basically, it could be zerglings, or it could be like little ghosts, or it could be whatever, dragons. They start at the beginning of a spawn point, and then they just start marching in a straight line towards the opponent, or towards the players, I should say. And the player's role is to build towers so that as they pass by, they all get dead.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that well enough or efficiently enough, then they start to, what we call leak, they start to get through, and as they get through, they take your health down. And so let's say you start with 20 health, if 20 creeps get through over the course of 20 waves, you lose the game.
Okay.
So it's really fun, and a lot of the tower defense games are actually the creeps come in a straight line towards you, and you build a maze out of your towers so that they have to take turns and moves, and that's pretty fun because then you develop like kind of a secondary meta. So the simulation that's happening here in Skytear Horde is we have red minions, blue minions, green minions, and yellow minions.
Oh, I like
all
the 4
purple.
colors in Skytear. That IP.
Kind of a classic spread of colors also as well.
Elements.
Although yellow I guess is air. It's as air as anything. Sometimes it's white. But it's air, right?
Yeah.
It's always
air. Sand, heat.
Yeah, basically the same thing, air and sand. And so these are going to stack up with tokens, and that's going to represent this flood of minions coming towards us. And then our allies and towers are going to be defending against that, and we can engage them directly and then defeat them. Like go out into the field and say, no more minions.
Okay.
We don't like you.
No more minions.
And then these are some skeleton tokens. These are going to fit in with our little outsider.
Yeah.
And so they're going to come in, and he's going to have a horde of skeletons, as you might expect.
Okay.
So we choose a set to play against as recommended, and I think naturally, given the demo material we've chosen the zombie set. So we're going to play against that.
I like that fallen comment.
It says to choose a set and gather all Horde and Outsider cards from that set. So we've got the Outsider and the Horde cards. And then take the Outsider cards out of the chosen set, place them in any order on a face-down pile to the left of the lane tokens.
Outsider pile, I assume.
Look at those card backs, too. Hey, that's kind of exciting.
That's
kind of a little warpy thing. Shuffle the Horde cards of the chosen set, which is this one, together with the common set of cards, sharing the swirly icon.
Shuffle these
I haven't
together.
said swirly in a while. Remember that? The idea you
Give someone a
get your
swirly?
head flushed, basically? I haven't thought about that in forever. That was a great fear of mine when I was like 8.
It reminds me of...
That's how I got so charming. I didn't want to get my head flushed.
You know how when we were a kid...
Can you imagine anyone actually doing that? It's despicable.
Yeah. When you're a kid,
people.
I always thought quicksand would be a bigger part of my life.
You know, I saw that a lot of people are having that realization.
But similarly, I feel like in movies or shows growing up that were about kids in school, that was like a common thing that happened.
A lot of swirlies going on.
It's like when there's a bully, it's like that's where it goes.
Yeah.
But like the
hard to
mechanics of
manage.
actually pulling that off are really challenging.
Team for sure. Step 4, minion cards. Place the 4 minion cards in a row in any order above the outsider pile. So we've got our minions here. Let's just put them up
Man,
here.
this game is sprawl.
Well, you can imagine like setting this up, you know, you're solo, you're by yourself.
Yeah,
It's like your day off, your wife's gone, and here you are, and it's like, well, yeah, let's get into it. And again, I think it's going to be a lot tighter on the final. Then we have the gate pile. On the back of each gate, where are gates? Here they are. So here's gates. Look at these. There's a million gates here. But you'll notice on the back of them, look at that.
That's cool.
It tells you the difficulty and the number of players. Right? So we've got hard difficulty, we've got nightmare difficulty.
I don't like these words.
We've got normal
This is
difficulty,
better.
etc. 1 player, 2 player, etc. Now, we said we were going to play on normal 2 player, and that's what, Bryce, you have, right? However, we're going to throw a complete pivot, so don't even bother popping this up. Go ahead and, can you throw up stage 1 of normal difficulty gate that you have?
Yep.
Juan asking, is the original Skytear game any good?
Awful.
Absolutely love the original Skytear game. I think Ricardo and Giacomo are very inspired and unique game designers in the space. And that game is incredible. If you are into MOBA games, if you like the elemental vibe, definitely check that out. And you can actually use the models from that game here. It's based in the same universe, and like even these minions, there are a bunch of little minions in that core set that are kind of built for that. But yeah, as a heads up, more competitive kind of game, I think that game is tremendous.
Yeah, the flip of that as well, Bryce. The actual like gate numbers on the back. You know, what does it say? It says, text is a placeholder. Here we will write some lore text on how these gates work, how they release Skytear energy as they spawn monsters, and what happens when they get damaged and eventually destroyed.
You love to see
Yeah,
it.
you gotta love that. Anyway, so on the front side, they've got these numbers, These numbers, they're going to turn as we go, and that's going to tell us like how many horde minions are coming out, how much mana we're getting, how much life the gate has. And what we're going to try to be doing is going out, like, it's not just about defend your castle, because a castle is siegeable indefinitely if you don't do something about it, right? So you're going to have to leave your castle gates, and you're going to have to go out and take these gates down, take these minions down, but you got to do that in a way that you're not also getting the weak parts that you're leaving open aren't also getting attacked in response. So I'm actually just going to take normal difficulty 1 player.
Okay.
No need to pop anything on that, Bryce. It's fine. We'll do 1 player for now, just because I'm gonna get some rules clarifications on 2 player.
Messy Desk, thank you so much for that kind comment. Happy to have introduced you to so many great games.
Okay. Choose the 3 gate cards with the same desired players count and difficulty. Form a face-up pile ordered by stage number and place the card with stage 1 on top. So this is stage 1. This one you should not have. You probably will not have. Yeah. Okay. Stage 1 gate. There. Done. You see that?
Yeah.
It's gate. Gate setup. Follow the setup instructions. What do they say, Zach?
What does what say?
What does that gate stage thing?
I was like, what do you mean? Setup. Summon a minion of each color.
A minion of each color. Okay. So we need... Oh, here they are.
You may be punching.
Here's a blue minion. You like that? Here's another minion. There's a green purple there. And then there's a yellow. You kind of decide where they want to go. And then we've also got triples, but we really don't want to see that many minions. 3 there, 3 there,
Sure.
3 there, 3 there. I'm not going to pop any more of them because we're never going to have that many minions. We're never going to deal with that. To summon a minion of a specific color, place a token of that color on the respective card. You see how 1 of each is on the card? You understand that?
Nailed it.
You figure that out?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Castle card. Choose a castle to defend. All right, so before we do that, let's just think about what we're going to play. You're not supposed to play red, apparently.
Why not?
Well, apparently it's hard.
Red's always bad at first.
Yeah, I think it's like a rush strategy. So you've got to win quick or you're going to lose.
Classic
You
red.
can't win for losing, kind of a thing. Blue is the ideal starting color.
According to you?
No, according to everybody. No, it just says it right here. It says it, but we suggest you use the blue Golbjorn Castle. And also just they say that I think Jockmo literally said, I suggest that you start with blue as a beginner.
Well, you know.
What if we split the difference into green?
Well, I'm a glutton for punishment, so I always want to start red, but I'm going to remove it. Okay. I'm happy to start with the recommended or green.
Do you think other videos, though, are all playing just the blue deck?
Oh, definitely. That's why I'm tempted to play the red. I'm just saying.
Let's play green.
You know what? If everyone says you shouldn't play red, nobody's played red. Maybe next week.
Let's play green, or we can play red. We can do a double. We can do 2-player, red and blue.
Because that's really what both of us want. Yeah, that way we get to see all 3 colors. Okay.
So go ahead and put your castle card out here. This is the Living Rampart. Tilakali's castle. I know how to say all this stuff because they're all Skytear PvP versions of these characters. So that's pretty fun. So
Jackmo says, "Go wild."
Yeah, love it. We have an action here. Pay 1 mana. If you do, restore 2 health to an ally. So we've got a heal. 1 mana, heal 2.
Okay.
Castle has 20 health. And there's a lot of different ways to track this. You know what I'm going to do?
Yep.
Let's a little cross promotion. Let's put it right down here.
The compatible Majestic board.
Majestic board. Design them for flesh and blood. But you know what?
You could imagine that same style of board in all sorts of designs and colors.
Yes, I could. Like John Lennon said.
Also, while you're doing that, I just need to say something. Over on the Kickstarter,
please don't.
One of my favorite things possibly about this Kickstarter that I was just totally unexpecting is the box in the storage container. Have you seen this thing?
No, what's up?
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I have seen it. Yeah.
Like that hole and the playmat that's nice and rolled up in it, and like,
yeah.
That is so appealing to me.
Yeah, man, make things nice. Put it on your shelf.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
There's 2 people that are caring about things. Not us, them.
Totally. Yeah, it's clear we don't. Yeah.
Alliance deck. Each player shuffles together all the 40 alliance cards of a color of their choice to form their alliance deck. All right, so you shuffle that up?
Yeah.
I'll just kind of be your guide.
Yeah.
Each player places their alliance deck within easy reach. For your first game, I recommend to avoid the red Karumo deck.
That's so appealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
both because it's red and then
You're
also
reckless.
because I'm absolutely reckless.
And I'm interested in good content.
But like
Not yet. I don't care about your self-realization.
my personal experience though would be getting wrecked by the game very quickly is how I would learn fastest.
Yeah. Yeah, we've all heard that tale before.
Over and over and over. We've been doing this for a while.
Well, yeah, but that's also why in the early game it's nice because I'm just pantsing you the whole time, and then you're learning. And then you draw 5 cards after you. Do you want to sleeve that? That just drives me crazy.
It's too late.
Derek Dunbar, what's up? Said I pledged for one instantly a few days ago. Gorgeous. Selling games with proper storage is so underrated.
Yeah.
All right, let's get you 5 cards. Here, I'll be your dealer.
Ooh, nice.
You get shot like that if you deal in Vegas. And then you can shuffle any number of cards and draw back the same amount. Now keep something in mind. Now we happen to know because we've seen this game before. 4 mana is about what you're going to have to start, which means that you might consider having things in your hand that you can play early. These are all cards you don't need to worry about.
How do I know I've got 4 mana?
That's right here on your little.
Oh, okay.
Your little,
Stage
castle.
1.
Yeah.
So 4 mana means I can play 4 worth of stuff.
I do believe that's how that's going to work. Yeah.
We'll call you out on it.
Jogmo is daring you to play red.
Well, we'll get there. I'm gonna be playing red when it's 2-player time.
Didn't we played an early prototype of this?
Yeah, but
and you lost instantly.
Oh yeah, it was destruction.
It's kind of it was an unforgiving. I remember it was like
Yeah, I got a little behind and
you failed?
Never saw the window. So let's pull up Stone Barricade. I need to get some context here. It says tower.
Yeah, it's a different thing. So towers can't move; they stay there forever.
So I'm gonna place my cards here.
Yeah,
in these various lanes.
Yeah,
and
I'm glad you said that. So there's gonna be minions that are gonna come out here. Mm-hmm. You're gonna place your cards here.
And minions are like other bad things, like these things, or like something.
No, I'm sorry, not minions. Horde. We're calling it with their horde. These are minions, and this is horde. So horde stuff is gonna come out here.
Threatening, scary, bigger stuff.
And if you don't block it, it's gonna do damage to your castle.
Okay, so literally they go from the deck to here, and then at some point, if I don't have something here to interact with it, that damage leaks.
Yeah, all
like
the attacks are going to happen simultaneously. Yeah. Anything that's across from each other is going to attack into each other.
So presumably, like the Stone Barricade Tower has 2 health. If it gets hit twice, it's gone, or 2 damage. However, that's going to work. It doesn't do anything back because it's just a tower. It seems.
Yeah,
and it has something on it with like a
an action. So it gets a minus thing, and a monster gets minus thing twice, and we'll look at what that means ultimately.
That's what I was.
It's basically a barricade, so it's probably there just to soak damage and prevent a monster from doing stuff. Right. And then any damage that the minions that the horde isn't blocking, you're going to be doing damage to their gate. So like they're damaging your castle, you're doing damage to the gate.
So the stage 1 has 6 health.
Yes,
looks like. So I
we're
do
trying
6.
to get to stage 3.
Okay.
And then these minions, meantime, you can also pull them in and deal with them as you go.
Well, I'm going to shuffle that back in because it costs 5.
That's a good idea.
I'm also going to shuffle this back in because it costs 4, and I don't think I'm going to play a single thing with all my money yet.
And you can keep in mind that you will be able to hold on to mana through the turns. So if you want to build up to a Big Dad 8 play, you can, but you shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. So what was the mulligan rule here? Do I shuffle them in, or do I draw and then shuffle?
In.
You shuffle, draw.
Ooh, good question. We got it. That's the as many viewers have noted before, the mulligan rule is the one thing that we're most obsessed with. Shuffle back any card that's not the ally type. Okay, then players may shuffle their deck any number of cards and draw back the same amount. So we shuffle them back in.
Jello saying, will you be learning the competitive mode today? That is unlikely. We might play
I don't even think it's ready. It's not in the rule book or anything. They have it on the back here. It says, what is coming, PvP mode.
Oh, hold on. PvP mode, campaign runs.
Yeah.
Deck customization.
Yeah. And more allies and monsters, if you can believe it.
I can.
They're not just going to sit there. Ooh, these unsleeved cards, let me tell you. Yeah. This is difficult for me. I'm doing it, though, because it's about overcoming your weaknesses.
I'm really glad that you're willing to suffer through the pain of not having sleeve cards.
Life is about overcoming. Constantly overcoming. For your first game, they suggest you shuffle back. I'll read this to you now that you've made your decision. They suggest you shuffle back any card that is not the ally type.
Here's a question. I think there's multiple castles. I just drew the Leviathan
there
symbol.
is. Yeah. You get a fresh one.
Yeah.
That one's on the dealer.
So there's multiple castles that you can choose to play.
Yes. 2 for each color currently, and probably more to come.
All right.
Okay, let's talk about the overview here. So what's going to happen is you're going to gain mana. You're going to ready anything. So at the beginning, everything's kind of tidied up and you gain your money. It's not a terribly difficult concept. Then we're going to summon the Horde and resolve any of their come into play effects.
What's that mean?
They have like play effects like
No, the summon the Horde.
you're going to flip these things up and put them in the lanes. So they're going to come after you.
Does it feel? Is there a number somewhere that?
There it is. Up on your
There it
gate
is.
is going to tell you how many to summon.
Gotcha. So some number on this gate tells me how many of these cards we get.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So and it'll turn over time, and then
Ooh.
it'll, get different.
Looks like the old Warhammer Champions turning mechanic a
I'm
little bit.
telling you.
And we got the lanes. I mean, we need to throw back to that game some point soon.
You know what? It is. There is a lot of things going on. Have the crew? Have you guys even seen Warhammer Champions? You play Age of Sigmar? Warhammer Champions?
Probably not. I mean, these things aren't rotating, I don't think. But like this rotate mechanic in the lanes is a similarity.
Then again, like cards rotating is hardly a revelation.
But like having stats on each corner that was neat.
That's true.
Hey, it's different.
So we're gonna put the Horde cards in, and then some of them will be spells that resolve immediately. Some will be creatures that stay on the board.
Sure.
We're gonna compact it all down and sandwich everything to the left.
So it slides.
It's gonna slide all down.
Slide to the left.
And then you're gonna get to go, and you're gonna get to use actions like this one on your castle where you can heal stuff. You're gonna play any of your cards into one of these slots as many times as you'd like. You can move or discard cards from lanes so that you can get things where you need it. And then you can optionally engage minions. So you can move or play an ally in the leftmost lane without monsters. Choose a minion card outside the lanes with at least 1 minion token and place it in the leftmost lane without monsters. So, you can put something here, and then you can take a minion card and put it in the leftmost, leftmost could be anything. It could be over here, right? Whatever the leftmost free lane is. With at least 1 minion token and place it in the leftmost. If an ally engaged with minions leaves the lane, the minion card will immediately leave the lane as well. So it doesn't ever attack, but it's an opportunity for something you have to do damage to this minion card directly.
Got you.
And you'll see that its health is equal to the number of minion tokens on it.
Very cool.
So if you get it early, you can start, getting the flow out of here. It does say minion cards in a lane become monsters with base attack and health equal to those things.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
And if
That's different than what we previously saw.
And if they are destroyed, you return them and remove all tokens and attachments. Then a player of choice draws 1 card. So it's basically, as these minion tokens build up, you get to clear it by bringing it into the scrum. Okay, so a couple of abilities you need to know. The minus with the circle token is a wound.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Health. So if you saw your tower,
Yeah.
the minus or plus with a diamond is a debuff, -1 attack or +1 attack, respectively. And I think that's pretty much all. Honestly, that's pretty much all you need to know. We'll do a treachery phase where I'll try to bamboozle you, which I'll take great pleasure in. Then there will be a fight phase, so all the Horde stuff will resolve their abilities, the Alliance stuff will resolve their abilities, and then the strikes are going to happen, I think, correspondingly. And then there's the pillage phase, where the minions discard cards from your deck. You don't get to see them, so your odds are unknown. And so as the minions stack up, you're losing cards from your deck. If you run out of deck, you lose the game.
Okay.
So there's about 7 different axes you need to manage on this thing,
All right.
right?
Classic.
Don't let your castle die. Kill the stages
Don't
of the
run out of
thing.
deck.
Kill the minions as they stack up. Don't let your deck run out of cards. And then we end the phase. We rotate the thing, discard down, start another session. All right, let's saddle up and ride.
All right. Can you walk me through that?
Beginning
Actually, we'll
phase.
execute.
Gain mana. Take mana tokens each with a mana boost at the current gate. You currently have a +4
I'm going to put that right here.
on the bottom left there. And then ready anything that's exhausted. Nothing currently exhausted. Okay. Then we're going to summon the Horde cards. Summon a number of Horde cards equal to the wave number. That is the number in the top left corner of the gate. That is 1.
So top
Summon
card.
a Horde card. Draw it. Place it face up in the leftmost lane without a Horde card.
It's called Shade Coven. Coven. I assume that's actually the way to say that.
What was that? American movie? What was that movie? I think the guy was making a movie called Coven. It's such a crazy documentary. There's one person out there that's going to know what I'm talking about, and they're going to be like, I feel so seen right now.
You're the resident documentarist here.
Yeah, if all 6 lanes already have Horde cards in them, so let's just imagine that. Instead of summoning the card, put it face down on top of the outsider, and then it's going to come in on setup 3. So like you're losing harder.
Yeah. I mean, if that happens, you may as well retire.
Flip the thing over.
Consider your gaming life.
And then depending on the card type, perform the instructions below.
That's what happened to me the first time I played, by the way.
what is the card type over there? Horde monster?
Yeah, Horde monster, undead. After a Shade Coven's neighbor is destroyed, Shade Coven gets +1 circle.
Hey, this is like really good early monster for you because it's kind of a dead ability right now. Well, it's exactly a dead ability. So it's a monster, so we're leaving it in the lane. Not going to touch it. It's going to stay there. And then we're going to compact all Horde cards down. So like if it was a spell that resolved here and then another monster here, you would resolve this spell and then push the monster down. So
okay, cool.
You got a beautiful
so
left mouse
every
sandwich.
card goes out, and then you resolve anything that can resolve and crunch down.
That's right.
Also, apparently, it's called the American Movie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, wasn't that something?
Torres saying they came to my college and spoke about it.
Torres, that's the film. I mean, it's just an incredible, emotional, hilarious experience. All right, Zach. Now it's all you. You can use abilities, you can play cards, you can move or discard cards, which you can't do yet because there's nothing on the board, and you can engage minions. To engage a minion, you have to play here, and then call in a minion here. You shouldn't do that right now, though.
What's the plus circle? That's the health? Okay, I see it matches. Yep. The health icon and the shade.
Oh my gosh.
And the
who's in charge of their graphic design? The art is really good on this.
It is really good.
By the way.
I haven't seen most of this art. It's really crazy. Like some of it's from Skytear?
Yeah.
The PvP version?
It looks like the upgraded, newer Skytear artist style.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, I got to deal with this problem. This thing has armor.
Yeah, it has armor. Once per turn, reduce damage by 1.
Don't like that.
You'd have to do 4 in a single swing, and it is persistent damage. So you guys will have an ongoing scrum over the course of the game. It might take you 2 turns to kill it, even though we don't like that as card gamers. Do you feel like that's your identity, card gamer? Or do you more identify with your long hair?
I have a lot of identities, you know?
Yeah?
Star Wars fan.
Yeah. Previous Star Wars fan.
Yeah. Incredible human.
Previous Star Wars super fan. Current Star Wars fan.
Dude, Mandalorian still... That's the future of Star Wars.
The Mandalorian fan.
Yeah, but that...
Or Dave Filoni fan.
Absolutely Dave Filoni fan. And Rebels was great. And Clone Wars. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyways, there's a lot of pieces. I am a card gamer, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right. Also, apologies to anybody if you've noticed we're flipped on the overhead there.
Oh, man, that bothers me.
Yeah, it always bothers me.
It doesn't.
It really always bothers me. Like my hand being on the right side of the screen here is disgusting.
Never would have ever noticed in my entire life if other people hadn't pointed out.
It's amazing how much you can see the lighting on this glossy.
Yeah, up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to turn those down.
Turn down for what? I'm going to play a stone barricade in this first lane. Cost me 1, right? Top left circle.
Yeah.
It's got 2 health.
Now, before you do that, let me read you about towers.
All right.
It's important to understand this. So, a tower is not an ally. A lane with a tower is considered a lane without allies, so the monster will attack right through.
What's the deal with its health?
What's the deal? Well, you can play a tower, and then you can use this action. It gets -1 health, but a monster gets -1 health and -1 attack.
Well...
And I believe it can target anything on the board. Don't get me... Don't believe that yet.
Can I put this tower here?
I think you can, yeah. I don't know why you couldn't.
All right, then let's get aggressive about it. I'm going to play some Tribe Warriors here. I was going to save my money. Tribe Warriors ally, 3 cost, 3 attack, 3 health. As long as you have 15 or more cards in your pillage pile, which is not true, they get +1/+1. So they're a good late game unit.
Good late game, yeah. You played it well.
But I am going to use this action to give it -1.
Okay, so it's -1 health.
To give this thing -1. Because he has the armor. So I want to give him -1 health and -1 life.
Let me get my punchies out. All right, -1 health here. So you can do that twice. Basically, Stone Barricade is going to allow you to do that twice.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it once for now.
Don't be confused. It looks like an I, but it's actually a minus sign. If you put it the right way.
Can I get another one of those things?
Yeah,
I need it for that. It does both to them.
Look at there.
Let me create
Look at
some,
that progress.
some board advantage.
Okay, that's all you did. That's the whole thing? That's all
Yeah, sorry. Blank said, Book of Boba Fett fan, oddly missing from that list. I just wasn't ready. Alolan, no, we are not planning to play Lord of the Rings LCG revised edition at this point, but it's
Tell you
possible
what
that
we're
we'll show
playing.
up.
We're playing that Lord of the Rings TCG.
That throwback
Starting that
series
here
starting soon. The Journey. Okay, yeah, that's all I'm doing. 4 resources, but watch how beautiful this is going to resolve for me.
Okay.
What's next?
All right, so the next thing is revealing treachery cards. In the treachery phase, the Horde may resolve unexpected effects. Players have a chance to adapt their plans using quick spells and actions. So this is a quick action. So you could do that. You can save that. If
I would
we
do
want
that
to.
now.
So if that matters, we could save that. So reveal the top card of the Horde deck and place it face up on top of the Horde discard pile. You just put that wherever. So looking at that card, we're gonna take a look.
All right, it's called Shade Hunters.
Case 1, if it had no icons on the right or left, it would do nothing. Case 2, if it had a star icon on the left or the right, we would resolve the treachery ability written on it, but you can see that there's no treachery ability on it. But case 3, if it has any swords on it.
It has a sword.
So the boosted monster
Swords on the right.
gains an attack bonus equal to the number of attack icons on the treachery card.
Oh my goodness.
If the icons are on the left, it's the leftmost monster. If the icons are on the right, it's the rightmost monster.
Clever.
And you'll see that there is only one monster.
That's right. He's on the right
Both
and
the right
left.
and
Yeah.
the left.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and, I don't know, put it temporarily next to the card. And then you can discard it at the end. So let's just boost him. Dun, 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 dun. +1. Okay, so that's the boost. That's the treachery phase. That's the unknown variable that comes into play. Now we can use anything with a quick icon. So now you can be like, stone barricade him.
Yeah, which makes sense because he's an extra attack now. So can I use the stone barricade twice in the same go?
Oh my gosh.
Jackman also says if we want to remove the board because of the reflection, he wouldn't be offended. I think it's fine.
Oh, move it? I might actually I'll get up and lower these lights a little bit. But, the downside of that is if you used this or opted not to use it and then a treachery effect came out that discarded a tower or something, you wouldn't be able to respond to it, I don't think.
Yeah.
To use the ability, you must exhaust the card. So when we use Stone Barricade, we pull it down to show that it's exhausted.
That's nice because there's not a lot of room to be turning things here.
Okay, now we go to the fight phase. Everything's going to fight. So do you have any fight abilities on the Horde? We would resolve them left to right. There are currently none. Do you have any fight abilities on the Tribe Warriors? Nothing. It's a fight : something. Yep. Nothing happens there. Then we have the strike. Look up the rules below depending on the presence of a monster ally or both. So we have a monster versus an ally. They simultaneously deal damage equal to their attack to each other. See the key concept, health and destruction on page 4. So do some damage.
I'm doing 3. He has armor 1, so he's going to prevent the first one, but he only has 2 health left, so he will be destroyed.
Boom.
Meanwhile, he's doing 3 minus 1 was 2. But +1 from this modifier.
You were so close
That's
to
what I was
having
saying.
a clean sweep here.
Getting him off the board and having the unit is what would have been the ideal, but it's fine. So then this guy gets destroyed. I assume he goes to my pillage pile?
Yeah, that guy gets destroyed as well.
And this gets destroyed. So
That is an assumption. I think it's probably there's like a discard pile and a pillage pile, probably. I guess I'll read ahead to like how to actually do this. Then the pillage phase. Minions are burning Alliance resources by thinning their decks. Pillage a card for each minion token on minion cards outside of lanes. There are currently 4 minion cards, and there are currently 4 minions.
Wow. That's painful.
So 1/10 of your deck?
I remember this experience now.
Getting bamboozled. If there are minion cards in lanes at this point, remove 1 minion token for each wound token on them, discard all health, wound, debuff, attacks, and return them to the side. So you can work a little, you don't have to clear all the minions, you can clear some and then they'll go back.
But man, I have a 30 card deck.
40.
So this is, there's 4 discards a turn unless I do something about that.
Yeah, and it's about to get worse, I think. Okay, then keeping the minions, here's a strategy tip for you. Don't worry, Giacomo's got your back. I'll read you because clearly we're losing. Minions might seem just like a small annoyance at first, but you must be careful not to ignore them. Now, you weren't making that mistake. You're very careful not to ignore them. You're annoyed by them. If you engage minions during the alliance phase, they will come to a lane, and therefore they will not pillage for that turn. So if you bring one in, it's not going to trigger. So use your allies to slow down minions that have grown out of control. In the ending phase, players with more than 7 cards discard down. Rotate 90 degrees the gate card.
I like that it's a 0 now. I get a moment.
Wait, did you just rotate that counterclockwise?
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Are you a communist? Yes. Rotate, like a clock. Yeah.
Why is my
You ever
brain...
tapped a card before? Do you go left on that? Oh my gosh, you totally do. Hardly. I mean, that's the stuff of psychopaths.
New Twitter bio. Psychopath.
I also identify as a psychopath. And then we start another turn from the beginning phase.
Do I get to draw anything?
You don't. Oh, you do. In fact, you draw when you defeat one of the opponents.
Okay, great.
Here, a dealer gets you a card.
It's like, man, this is gonna be bad.
No, that's what I was supposed to read, I think. Health and destruction, yes. A player of choice draws a card from their alliance deck. That is the only way to get new cards. So, like...
When I destroy one of these or one of these things.
If you start failing...
It gets really bad.
Don't start failing. Yeah. Place the card on the Horde discard pile on the side if they were minions, and then a player of choice draws a card from their alliance deck. That's right.
Ben Sweeney says, after all these years, Steven's still learning stuff about Zach.
Okay. Beginning phase. Gain mana. 4 mana, my friend.
Yep.
Ready the exhausted cards.
Oh, yeah. Then deploy the
Deploy
fleet.
the Horde, yeah.
All right, put it in the first slot. It's called Suppression Fire.
Oh, it's
Play.
just a spell, okay.
Summon 1 green minion, 1 yellow minion, and 1 skeleton token. For the remainder of the turn, the strongest monster gets Fight. This monster deals 2 damage to an ally within 1 lane. But there are no monsters.
I'll help you out here. 1 green minion. What else?
1 yellow minion,
Okay.
1 skeleton token.
Okay. I'm going to do that. And then what does it say? For the remainder of the turn, the strongest monster gets Fight. This monster deals 2 damage to an ally within 1 lane.
When it fights, which will be that thing.
You get a little Skelly. Easy to deal with, but you don't draw a card when you defeat it.
Really feeling like I should have played Old Red here.
But you can roast this thing immediately with your tower.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't need my strategy tip? Compact everything and then take each of the options below. Now you can do your turn, and I'm going to try to turn down this light. Turn down for what? Now I'm going to be... That's better. That's better. I'm just going to be a little...
Light.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll turn these guys down. I'll just crank the ISO up a little bit.
That light is very bright these days.
Why? Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah. Why not? Well, we got ourselves a little pickle.
You ever done a quick pickle? Like an onion or something?
What?
You like quickly put it with vinegar, salt, and sugar?
No. I don't like pickles. So that tech is not... Sour is not...
I just have a lot to say.
It's one of the tastes that I don't usually gravitate towards of the pie. My wife loves sour things, though.
You ever do warheads or anything when you were a kid?
Yeah, but after the sour, you get...
The sweet.
The sweet.
Yeah.
That's what we're there for. I did warheads because it was competitive.
Yeah.
It's like, how many warheads can you put in your mouth at once and actually still be normal and not cry? We played that game at like my older brother's football games all the time.
Yeah, of course.
You can buy warheads for like 10 cents back then.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right.
Yeah, back in that old economy, yeah.
Back before the old 7% inflation. But you know, you'd have 10 or 15. It's like, all right.
Warhead's 11, 12 cents now. It's unbelievable.
I remember me and Cooper and David, it'd be like, you'd put 5 in, be like, all right, you made it. Now I have to do 6.
Yeah, of course.
And you keep going back and forth until you run out of money or until someone dies. All right, let's pay 1 for Dreams of Talent. I dream of tower.
Another tower. So these seem like tower guys.
At least that's what I'm drawing so far.
So you can do -1 health, return one of the top 2 cards of your discard pile to your hand. Okay, so it is separate from your, so you can get your Tribe Warriors back.
Yeah, so I want the Tribe Warriors.
I like the towers.
Yeah.
I like the towers.
Then I'm going to play the Tribe Warriors again. Look,
wow,
he's back.
You really have nothing better in your hand?
Well, I do have something, but it's got a play effect that doesn't matter right now, but will be very powerful.
Okay.
And so I don't want to waste it.
Do you want to roast the Skellies while you're here? Because my concern is that the Treachery card could buff them or boost them or whatever.
What I want to do is slide this guy into this lane.
You can't do it.
Why not?
You have to engage a minion, you have to place something in the lane that you're going to bring the minion into. So you could put that guy here.
But if I put him here and then I use this fast action to get rid of this, do they slide over?
No, we've already compacted the Horde.
Okay. So that's what I'm trying to do.
So that's a singular, think of it like a singular moment. The playing and the bringing in happens simultaneously.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
And then during the fast action window, I'm wanting to use this to pop this. Because can I use the fast actions during my turn, actually?
Yeah, anytime you want.
Okay.
I mean, that's definitely not a hard and fast rule. I just kind of made that up. But yes, it's got a lightning bolt. Lightning can strike anytime.
Okay, so we'll go to the fast phase. And I'll go ahead and use it and do that exact thing.
Right on. So the Stone Barricade, -1 goes away. Discarded. We'll put it up here. And then that goes away, and it doesn't give you a card.
It says do not draw a
the
card.
text
Yep,
there.
yep, you got it.
Okay. You did it. Nice. Okay, I've got my little, and they included this nice little card here. So you're done with that phase. Reveal.
And this should have a minus on it.
That's right. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, then you have the Treachery phase. Reveal a Treachery card, if you would, please.
This?
Yeah.
All right. It has a star.
Okay. What does it say?
The star Treachery effect says if the boosted monster is engaged, move it to the rightmost empty lane.
Is engaged. Move it to the rightmost empty lane. Are you serious? Dude, you just got...
That's okay.
just got bamboozled.
Because now when we resolve attacks, right, I'm going to do 3 damage.
Yeah. Right to the gate.
So I'm just going to use a die on this one.
We can get a bunch of dice here.
Yeah. So I do 3 damage, which is half.
That's right. So you're advancing your win condition.
Meanwhile, they're going to do 2 damage to me, right?
I believe
because they're actually in the lane now.
Yeah. They're monsters.
Okay.
2 damage to you. So here's this thing.
Oh, you get the stats right here.
Yeah, right. 2 damage here. Okay. Done.
Okay.
And that's great. And then we go to the pillage phase. Each player pillages 1 card, but you only take 4 because this guy's in the lane.
4 still.
Yeah, you can take 10 turns of that if you don't draw any cards. Ending phase. And then this guy returns back. Or we can put it back from which it came.
From whence it came.
Okay. Back to front. Now.
Okay. Rotate
gain
this
mana.
now. Hold on, we rotate this, right?
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, discard down to 7, rotate the gate. Oh no, wait. The gate rotates differently. Hold on, this is one of the erratas. The gate rotates at the end of the Horde phase and not during the ending phase.
Okay.
Why would it matter? Don't know if it would. I'm sure it matters to them for a good reason. Okay, that's the only thing you need to know.
All right. Top left value is now 2.
Oh, that's less good for you.
Yeah, I was supposed to have done something by that.
But then it goes to 0 after this, so you get some
we're
breathing
All
room.
right. There's a Shade Coven again. Then we get the Knight Lava Cannon.
Oh, I thought you were making a knight joke. But
Spell
it's actually
minion,
knight.
play. Summon 2 red minions. It deals 1 damage to the castle.
2 red minions?
If there are 4 or more red minions, which there aren't. So 1 damage to my castle as well.
2 red minions and 1 damage to your castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it's my turn.
Okay. And we've readied all exhausted cards, of course, as we always forget.
Yeah.
You've got 4 mana. You still got 4 mana there. Now, you might peep the second gate. Do you get more mana, you think? If you go to the gate 2? Like once you kill that one? That could be a strategy.
When it's destroyed, I draw a card for sure.
Oh, well, that's good. But also the next iteration of that gate could give you 6 mana. Because there's 3 stages.
Yep.
Should we just look? I'll tell you. I won't tell you directly. I'll tell you with my eyes. Ooh. I will tell you, you would get more mana on stage 2.
Yeah.
So the game wants you to play that. Did I just add yellow minions? I did. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
If I reduce something's life to 0, does it go away?
Yeah. I mean, it has to, right? Why? Man, I did this all backwards. Okay. Yellow minions, red minions should be at 4, and then green minions should be at 2. Okay. There you go. I think we're square. You ready? Yeah.
Yep.
Play on.
All right, I'm gonna play Death Grasp for 1. An elite or horde monster. This thing gets -1, -1 for the turn.
That's good.
Stun that monster if it has attack 2 or less. I assume stun means it doesn't attack this turn.
That's a great assumption. What's up, Claire? Thank you. Oh, and then you take extra damage because there were 4 minions on the thing that it added to, right? Damage taken. Yeah, let's look up stun. I'm going to guess is exactly what you just said. When a creature becomes stunned, rotate it upside down. After the fight in its lane is resolved, rotate it back upright. They have 0 attack, not affected by any modifiers.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play Sacrifice. Give him -2, -2. So it's actually gonna get it to 0.
-2 health?
Yep. -2 attack, -2 health. Both
Yeah.
these things, isn't that? So I assume I get to draw a card?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go. All of these things are great assumptions.
Now this is pod racing.
Let me make sure that's right. When the health is 0 or less, it's destroyed. And then you draw a card if it's a monster.
Did it. All right, then I'm gonna save 2 resources.
Hey, now that, you just made some real progress.
I mean, this is a concern, but you can only do so much in a single turn, you know?
You can bring the minions in here if you want.
Really?
It's not, I said that in a confusing way, but when you engage minions, something has to be in the lane to engage
Oh
them.
my, let's do it. Let's clear.
Now let's make sure that's right. Now you can always move too. You can move these things during your turn to whatever lane you want. They're not stuck unless they're a tower.
Okay, I'm cool with this.
Okay, put it there.
Yep.
Okay, then you bring them in. In this example, moves, yes. Without monster, the player would need to discard the tower and reveal. Oh wait, no, hold on. See, this is one of the things we can move or play an ally in the leftmost lane without monster. So you have to be in the leftmost lane. So I think we've already messed this up once. Choose a minion card with at least 1 minion and place in the leftmost lane without monsters. We did it fine last time. So it's got to be leftmost for minions. Because this isn't the leftmost, you would have to slide this down to engage this minion here.
Okay.
If there were 2 monsters here, you can engage a minion here. If there were 3 monsters here,
So
you can engage
to engage a
minion.
minion, you have to move something to the leftmost clear lane.
That's right. It's got to board the, it's always the caboose of the train.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We'll do it.
Okay. I think we did that correctly. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, and the sacrifice, technically these guys took a damage.
Technically, it's not important though, is it?
Yeah. So in that case, let's flip this.
Wise guy.
Clear as much as possible.
Okay. Now, the treachery phase. Reveal a treachery card.
2 swords to the left.
What's the name?
Shade Havocs.
Shade Havocs.
So it's 2 swords to the left, so it's going to boost this attack to the left.
Boost the leftmost attacky.
Yeah. And it's going to get +1.
Yeah, you were
which
kind of
is-
already getting plowed there, weren't you?
Yeah. So then we'll just resolve the attacks. I do 3 damage to it, so 3 minions clear.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then it does 4 to me, so it clears me.
You're cleared.
And then we get to the pillage phase. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's accurate.
So then I lose the top 5 cards in my deck.
You're a quick learner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Looking forward to this 0 bag cards turn.
Yeah, that's your moment, right? Discard down to 7. Rotate the gate 90 degrees. Minions go back.
That goes away.
That goes away.
I get my resources going up to 6.
Okay.
And here we are.
Big moment. Big moment.
So I'm going to go ahead and use this tower. And we're going to return these warriors to my hand.
It's just a classic play, isn't it? So this is now -1 a second time. It only
so
has
it
2
should be
health,
gone.
so it's gone.
So I'm going to play Tribe Warriors. I'm going to play a second copy of Tribe Warriors.
Are you
And
kidding me?
when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab these guys.
Oh wait, we need to do the horde. You gotta summon the horde first. Oh, there's no
There's
zero
no,
horde.
there's 0. That's what I'm saying. This is my recovery
gosh.
turn, which I like. I like these stats being doing this because, like, obviously this is they rushed me quickly, and then I get a breather. To
Yeah, that's really nice. Now you don't want to go slap that gate and go to the next stage. You'll get 5 mana if you go to the next stage.
Yeah, but I think I have to. I can clear these and not lose anything.
You're such
yet.
a control player.
I absolutely.
It's
am,
disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I also like. I'm not playing red, otherwise I'd be an aggro player, right?
Yeah, that's true. You will draw 2 cards from this. Because
I'm
you'll kill
destroying?
both the minions. Yeah. I just want to make sure you can engage minions twice. I don't see any reasons. It says players can engage minions with their allies by following these steps.
Let's do it.
So I think you're good.
Let me just see how many are here because they might get better. Player choice
Ooh,
draws. So close. They're about to get +1/+1.
Right, because they'll be there next time, won't they?
And they'll still be alive. So it'll be, but they're going to get a boost card maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Tune in next time. Just kidding. You ready?
Yeah.
So boost.
Yeah, we go to the bad phase. Treachery. Reveal the treachery card.
So first one is 3 swords to the left. What does 3 mean?
Wait, you get 2? Why do you get 2?
They have 2 guys, right?
No,
it's just
just
one.
one card. Yeah.
Ah,
Just
that
one
makes
card.
me feel so nice.
Yeah, it's better.
So what's the 3 mean? Why is there 3 swords?
+3 attack.
But why is there a +2?
That's an no. You don't need to worry about it. It's an elite monster. But for now, it's a treachery card. +3 attack on the left side.
So does it get +3 or +2? I thought the +2 was the thing it was getting.
No, so that's an elite monster. So when it spawns as horde, you get money because it's so awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's not now. It's a treachery, man.
Okay. Okay.
Did that happen to the Shade Hunter earlier? It totally did. I think we robbed you of 1 mana.
It could have been the difference.
Problem was...
Okay. So this thing's a 5 attack. So I'm going to destroy it, but it's going to destroy me.
Yeah. Just
So we
cruising
clear the
through
minions.
Cruising
I get a
through
card?
the walls now. Just no, without abandon.
And then I take 2.
Terrifying.
Same thing here, right?
Take 2. Don't you take 5?
Oh, yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
I was, just
Don't worry, you'll get him back with a tower.
trying
in
to
no
eke
time.
out
Shit.
my
Look at this.
advantage where I could.
Look at how beautiful the turn
So-
structure is here.
I take 2. It goes away. I draw another card.
Reckless.
Here, I'm going to hand these all back to you for management. Cool.
I'll look up elite too to make sure.
That could get crazy. Look at the art on Underwood Dryad. I'll show it to you because you haven't seen it.
Ooh, that's nice. I like it. It's like a dryad made of skeletons. Okay. You're off to the races, man. You don't need any help from me.
All right, and we rotate the gate at some point along the way. Not to the left.
Did you pillage?
No, I should lose 2 more.
2 cards.
But now my warriors are +1/+1.
So you fought, you pillage, discard down to 7, rotate the gate back to its original position,
Yeah.
and now you go back gaining mana and ready exhausted cards.
All right, let's gain 4 mana. Readied exhausted cards, and then we get 1 bad card.
Yeah.
Which is the Oni Horde, O-N-I Horde. Horde monster. 3 attack, 4 health. Fight! For the remainder of the turn, Oni Horde gets +1 attack for each neighbor.
Okay, a good time for that to come out.
Yeah.
So we summon the horde cards, resolve them, compacted them, and then we do the alliance phase. So you get to play your cards. And then we will resolve this ability after all of these things. So that's something to keep in mind, that these fight abilities are going to happen after you have a chance to act.
After what point?
Like, once you play all your stuff, then the treachery card comes out, and then all the fight ability resolves on their side, and then your side, and then the fight happens.
Got you. So if I put a minion here, it would have a neighbor.
That's right. Yeah, but you don't need that. Come on, you're only losing 2. Let's go. Kill that gate.
Only losing 2. Oh, of that?
You're only losing 2 cards from the pillagers. They're nothing.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this here.
All right, taking the move allies between lanes.
I'm gonna play
action.
the Underwood Dryad.
Okay.
After an ally is destroyed, it gets +1/+1.
Nice.
I am gonna go ahead and actually slide this in. And then in my turn,
That's it.
Save
You're
3
just sitting on
resources.
gate number 1 for the rest of existence.
Yep.
Just letting them come at you.
I'm about to get on top of this thing.
No progression.
Treachery phase. Reveal a treachery card if you would, please.
1 sword to the right.
All right, so the rightmost minion guy gets a sword.
It's terrible.
He's going to kill you anyway, right?
Well, I'm gonna get +1 from this thing going away. So I thought I was gonna clear that and still have
but
some.
then the treachery card said, welcome to London.
Welcome to London, fam.
Resolve the Horde fight abilities.
For the remainder of the fight, it gets +1 attack.
You want to put a little, look, we'll even give him one. Any other fight abilities? None. Do you have any fight abilities? No,
Nope.
you don't.
So we resolve left to right.
And, left to right, yeah.
All right, so I'm doing 4. It's doing 4. We're gonna destroy each other, but that's gonna let me draw a card.
That's right.
All about that card draw. When that's destroyed, technically this gets +1/+1.
Won't matter though, will it?
It won't matter. They're gonna destroy each other.
But you will draw a card. Get rid of that minion token there. Because you do 1 damage, right?
Yep. I go away. Get a card.
Technically destroyed the minion because it has no minion tokens on it.
And then end of the turn.
Pillage phase. Lose 1.
Yeah. See, we're getting it.
But hey, you feel like you've cleaned some stuff up here. Discard down to 7. Rotate the gate.
Gain 4.
Gain 4. Hardest part of the game.
Can you do me? How many cards in that discard pile?
Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16 in the pillage. 13 in the alliance deck.
We get a bad card.
Yeah, Horde card comes out.
An Oni champion. Fight. If Oni champion is engaged with an ally, he gets +2 armor for the remainder of the turn.
Oof. Just take that to the castle.
After he damages the castle, pillage 2.
Oh, well, there's that. So, my strategy was immediately invalid.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's play a Tribal Warriors for 3. Let's play a Stalker pack. Engage in here for 4.
You're just okay. All right. 1 minion.
I've got plans.
Okay. You must have a card that says if all the minions are clear, you get to do something magical, right?
Perhaps I do, my dude.
Reveal a treachery card, please.
It is the Suppression Fire. It's a star.
What's it say?
Summon a red minion.
Oh, that's kind of a bummer.
That's fine. Here's some, I think.
You're just
Okay.
tell me how to do it.
That's actually a fine resolution.
Fight phase. Resolve Horde fight ability.
All right. He gets +2 armor for the turn.
Okay.
It's fine.
Resolve alliance fight abilities.
Don't have any.
Oh man, you didn't get to use that stalker pack.
I know.
Oh my.
It's fine. You'll see.
Why even?
So
Creature strike.
I'm a +1/+1 with this Tribe Warriors because of my pillage pile. So I'm doing 4, but he's got armor 2, so he's going to take 2 damage.
That's right. I got you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's hitting me back for 3.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to actually. I'm +1 health actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll
take 3.
3. Yeah.
Here's a big -3. Ooh, we got the big dogs.
The beefers, the old damage token plus.
Look at that. That thing's huge.
Yeah,
let it be known, this thing is hurting.
Then the Stalker pack will hit for 2, and we'll take 1 in return. So give a -1 health here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna clear this blue minion and draw a card.
Walk Dogger here saying, I I kind of wish the different types of minions had some difference to them to add to the decisions. Only their number is important. That's something that as a design lever in game design, you can pull that at any point. Yeah. Start playing, having horde cards that say if green minions X, if blue minions Y, that kind of stuff.
And I assume over time it's like you will know the possible threats that come from having too many red minions, as an example. Of like, this is the kind of effect that they'll penalize you with if you let that get out of control.
Might be like a treachery effect if there are 5 or more red minions.
Yeah, we saw one of those.
Devastating.
It was like if there's, okay. So then that's the end of the round.
You played your stuff. Everything struck. Pillage.
1. They're still finding a way to get me. Rotate the gate.
Discard down to 7.
This is the big 2-card turn.
Okay. Hey, you're getting some board presence though, aren't you?
Don't like it.
All right, gain 4.
Yeah. 2 cards coming at you. Uteshi, Flying Tower, spell minion. Summon 2 yellow minions. You must discard a card from your hand to assign an ally to a lane with a minions group.
Oof.
I wonder how long that stays around.
What does it say? Just play. It's a play effect. It actually put it on the board. I think that won't resolve until after when the play effects resolve. Let me make sure. Place the card face up on top of the horde discard pile. Okay, so never mind. You won't resolve that yet though. You'll resolve it when all the play effects resolve. I'm sorry, when all the fight effects resolve. That's what I was thinking. You did it correctly. Summon the minions.
I'm just gonna put it here as a reminder though.
Yeah.
Then we get the Scourge of Puido. I get 1 resource. And he's an elite monster. Fight. If he's engaged, it gets +2/+0 and trample for the remainder of the turn. What's trample?
Probably extra damage goes to the castle.
Play. Stun an ally with an attack 2 or less. If there are no allies, Scourge gets +1 attack. Oh no.
There's only 1. Yikes.
Why is that crying?
Because he won't stop touching those minions.
All right, here's what's gonna happen. You ready for this?
Can't get away from touching the minions, man.
Well, I can't this turn because I gotta discard cards to do it now.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
I'm gonna play a Stalker pack.
Oh, here it is.
We're gonna destroy this Oni champion because he's damaged.
Are we gonna actually get to the next gate?
We sure are.
Oh my gosh.
Then I'll pass.
You get +1 when that spawns. 1 mana. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's floating currently.
Okay, so all of your then we do the treachery card.
Special, pillage 1 card.
Well, why not?
This was on Zolotanian Venom statue.
Getting hard to separate your deck from your pillage pile here.
Thin.
Bit of a bummer. Then we go to the fighting. Fight on. So you're going to do 3 damage to the gate.
Does that happen immediately?
Let's find out. We never destroyed a gate before.
We are in new territory here, friends.
Damage and health and destruction. Gate. Put the card back into the box to reveal the next gate card that must be rotated to its upright orientation. We are on gate 2. Hey man, you may just squeak into this thing.
I draw a card when that's destroyed too.
That's correct. Wait, is that true? That's not true for a gate. Wait, no, for the thing.
It says it on the thing.
Does it say? Oh, it says it on the thing. Yeah. Okay, well then, yeah. You read the card, you do the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep going. Fight the Scourge to the thing.
All right, so I'm stunned. He's just going to demolish me.
That's right.
If he's engaged, which he is, he gets +2 and trample. Actually, does he just do the damage to my tower?
Let me make sure that stunned enemies can be... Yeah, stunned cards have 0 attack, but they can be wrecked. So it'll do 1 to you.
And then 5 to the tower?
And 5? It's got +2?
+2 because it's engaged.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, watch out for that guy.
So 5 to the tower. Uh-oh. Halfway damage.
And then does the 2 damage here apply to the new tower?
It does, yeah, the new gate.
It's about to be Blitz City, you know?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens next?
Oh, we need to get in the habit of rotating the gate after the horde phase, too. Isn't that the errata?
When is the horde phase?
The gate rotates at the end of the... After you spawn things, that's when you rotate the gate. At the end of the horde phase.
Yep.
We'll start doing that now.
Oh, I'm going to get another 2-card turn next. I see what you did there, designers. Pain. Suffering.
Okay, pillage. 3.
Uh-huh. We don't care anymore. We're going for the end zone.
You got 6 cards left.
Cool.
Ending phase, discard down to 7, and then gain mana.
All right, now I get 5.
Ready exhausted cards.
How many discard cards do I have over there? Would I have
Not
already?
yet. Not yet.
Yeah, so it's going to stay on this for now.
8 discarded cards.
All right, good to know. Draw this.
Draw the Horde card, yep.
Oni champion.
Ooh. I don't like those champions.
If it's engaged with an ally, it gets +2 armor for the remainder of the turn as a fight action.
That's kind of a bummer there. Then we resolve the cards, compact down. You don't need to do that, and then you turn the gate. That makes sense. You get a little breathing room. Okay, so we were playing a little harder, I think.
Yeah.
Bought a turn. Now you get to see if you can actually do anything good.
Fat chance.
Now, worth noting.
How many did you say were there?
You can just take 7 to the face here and do
He only gets plus if
6 to the gate.
he's engaged. He'll just 4 if he's not engaged.
Yeah. So if you move these guys out, take 7,
I see.
do 6 back, because he's +1 right now, isn't he? I'll be your little Microsoft paperclip.
How many cards did you say were in my discard pile? Per chance? Per drain?
8.
8. We're so close to greatness.
Oh, this would have gotten buffed, yeah. Oh, you destroyed something with this last turn, didn't
Yeah.
you? So it would have been +1. So you do an additional to the gate.
Great.
You're almost looking. There's a little glimmer of hope,
Just a pinch.
and it no longer has that, is it? Well,
No,
I
it just
guess
gets
forever.
the toe. Yeah.
Oh, because it's just like loves how awesome it is now.
Yeah. It's getting beefy because they're getting fed.
Oh yeah, they're getting fed, right? Literally and figuratively. I guess not literally at all. It's just a piece of cardboard. How are you going to turn this around? What's your game plan? Talk us through your thoughts.
Well,
I put the odds meter at about 10%.
the problem I have right now is that I have a 3-cost thing and 2 4-cost things.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's the wrong amount.
So I can only play one thing.
But you can use your tower to restore 2 health to an ally.
Yeah, which would be great, except for the fact that this guy does 3. So if I heal 2, he still has lethal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe
But I could do this.
plan that better. You can swap allies too, if you need to.
So like, let's do this here.
Okay.
Let's spend 1 to heal this guy too.
Okay. Hey now.
Give a. I just need -1. There it is. Okay. And then let's play. This guy's got to go.
I think you just leave him there, man.
Well, I have
It's just 3 turns away from you losing.
tools. Let's play this behemoth. Cost me 12. -1 for every card in my discard pile.
Oh,
So it
that's
costs
a
me
game
4.
changer. Make
he's-
sure it's 8. It's 8.
He's got armor 1, so he prevents the first damage you would take. He's also a defender, so he can't strike.
Okay. Can strike the gate, at least.
So he can hit enemies, but he just can't hit this thing. 6 health, 6 attack. So he's obviously a great because he has armor 1. So he'll cancel 1 of the damage and still be alive, hopefully.
That's great, yeah. And the treachery card can't target the scourge because it's always right or left.
That is the grandest of hopes here.
All right, so you played
I'm gonna take a little bit of damage too. Yeah, I played. All right.
treachery phase. See that treachery card?
Snipers. Play. Summon 2 red minions.
Oh,
Snipers deals 2 damage to the most wounded ally unless a player discards a card from their hand.
you can take the damage technically, but 2 red minions.
I'll discard a card. Fine. You got me.
Oh, we get to go to the 3. Just kind of make a statement.
Okay. That was the treachery card. So then we'll resolve left to right. The Oni champion will hit me for 3.
This guy's okay. 3 damage taken.
Whew. I think the pressure you want in this game is you kind of get ahead of the curve as your health and cards are getting lower.
Yeah.
So that you then are on the edge for the rest of the game, but still in it enough to maybe win.
Because like this doesn't matter until it's 0.
That's right.
It has no impact.
It's just a resource.
Yeah.
The Scourge gets +2, attacking me.
Oh, look at snipers. Did you resolve the play effect instead of the treachery?
Yes.
What is the treachery effect?
A player discards a card from their hand. So no minions.
Oh, great.
Just discard the card that I already discarded.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
That is better.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. And then Jockmo, late to the party.
Yeah.
Mark got it first.
All right. So I'm going to hit for 6. He's going to hit me for 6, but I have armor. So I'm just going to put a 5 on here. That's a lot of tokens.
And the Scourge is dead and you draw a card.
That's right.
But drawing cards is not getting you closer to dying.
That's right. But I have to have cards to do things.
And then minions. 4 for you, 2 for them.
Yep. So I'll
Clear
take
'em?
2 and clear them
Draw a card.
and draw a Doom card.
Let's see if it's optional. Yeah, it's not optional. You gotta draw it. Oof. Oof.
Oh, then my Stalker Pack is going to do 3 damage to the tower. So it's down to 2 health.
Beautiful. Okay, and pillage
And
one
this,
card.
This should have rotated, I think.
Yeah. Did you do the 2 one already? Or it'll rotate during the next horde phase.
I think it didn't rotate this horde
Okay.
phase.
I believe you.
But maybe it did. If I did.
Only vaguely. Pillage is done. Ending phase. Discard down. Gain mana. Unexhaust. You've kind of summoned up a formidable moment here. I don't know if the time is going to work out.
We get 2 bad cards.
Oof.
Yeah. Reverent Fusiliers. 1/1. Fight. Deal 1 damage to the creature engaged with them. Luckily I have armor. If they're not engaged, they deal 2 damage to the castle instead.
Ooh, when defeated, summon a skeleton token. That's a bummer.
And then the Grialthan Battering Ram. Minion play, summon 2 blue minions.
Oh, John was saying it's mandatory, but they're going to make it optional, probably, in the final to draw.
Yeah, because that's if you just eventually kill yourself with no choice.
Well, welcome to life, right?
Do you have blue, another blue?
Wake up dying.
I'll just put
What?
that there.
Yep. Oh my gosh. It's like, it's got to be on purpose, right? The recklessness has got to be on purpose.
Then it says choose 1. A player loses a mana. The ram deals 2 damage to the castle. If there are 4 more blue minions, do both. So, let me look at my hand. How many cards on my discard pile now? Asking for a friend.
You have another one of those dads?
I do. Yeah.
Nine. One more, because we discarded a card. And don't forget your tower.
I'll lose a resource.
A mana, please.
Yeah. And then this goes away, right?
Is it a spell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now it's your turn to not lose.
I think we'll go here. I just need to punch in for 2. So let's play Canopy Hunters. I love this unit.
Yeah, remember you can switch places, anything on your side.
I moved this guy. I'm going to mess with this in a second. But I'm playing this. When it's destroyed, you attach it to whatever destroyed it. And the attached monster gets, when it fights, deal 2 damage to this monster. Or during the fight phase.
Whoa.
So they're like, hang on and like
that's
murder
pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Revenge.
And then let's go ahead and just pay 3 for another behemoth. Yeah.
So should we change it to optional card draw starting now?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll do some beta testing here.
And I need this to come fight something real quick. Hold on. Let's go here. And that's bad. Yeah, that's fine.
Good? Satisfied?
Yeah.
Treachery card.
Special. Boosted monster, which is the leftmost monster, gets +2 attack for each of their neighbors. So
It has treachery on it, written.
yeah, because it's the special icon. This is the Oni Horde. So it just gets +2. That's fine.
For each of its neighbors?
Yeah.
Okay, +2. Okay, easy.
All right. So we'll resolve. These guys fight and destroy each other.
Easy. You're optionally drawing a card or not drawing a card.
I don't know yet. I'm going to lose 1 automatically here.
You got 3 left. I would suggest you do not.
Yeah, let's not. These guys fight. I have 1 armor, so I'll stop its damage. I'll destroy it. Actually, during the fight phase.
1 damage to the creature engaged with them.
So that'll soak the armor. And then they'll actually hit me for 1.
Yeah.
And then I destroy them, which gets a thing. And are we already past
I think
this?
we're already past it. Yeah, I think that's how that works.
Then I'll take 2, which will put me down to... I got +1 as well, so I'm at 1 health.
Okay.
I destroy that.
So you're at 1 health. I'll give you 2 minus tokens. Where do all the minus tokens go?
Oh, and I...
Yeah, probably the back side of these.
This actually resolves first as well. So I do 3 to the tower and destroy it.
Uh-huh.
Which then I can draw a card. I don't know if that's optional or not. It doesn't seem optional. Draw a card and summon the outsider.
Okay, let me see how this works, because this is a thing we haven't done yet. Okay, summon the outsider. Okay, what is that? Where's the outsider? It's face down there. Okay. So flip both of those up.
Okay. We have the betrayed.
It spawns in the leftmost lanes.
That are available or period?
Available.
Okay.
Don't you like it when you just say things like with
Confidence.
a lot of confidence?
Yeah. So
knowing...
the new tower says summon all cards in the outsider's pile at the end of the horde phase. This gate cannot be damaged. I now have 6 mana.
Oh, well then you'll do that. Summon all cards in the outsider's pile. Oh, that's the pile of things that have stacked up if you failed. Like basically completely failed.
Yeah.
Page 4. Make sure I understand that concept. Outsider is considered 2 different monsters sharing the same attack and health. The destroyed gate will instruct you to summon all the cards in the outsider pile. Okay, so it doesn't come in until instructed at the end of the horde phase. So you've got 1 turn where it's kind of not great that you don't get to fight it. The last gate card, the destroyed gate, will instruct you to summon all the cards in the outsider pile. To summon it, there must be 2 adjacent lanes without horde cards so that you can form the full picture of the outsider. Okay, so you're on your last gate.
I lose 1 more to pillage.
Right.
Don't lose another card.
Don't lose another card, don't draw.
Is what I'm being told. Okay. Bad cards. On the last gate, we'll get 1 bad card. Shadehounds. They're going to go into play, actually. For attack, if they are engaged, move them to the rightmost empty lane during the fight phase. So I have to put something over there and engage it.
Or just take 4 damage. You've got 7 to spare.
That's true. That's true.
It's not a problem.
Cool. I do want to clear everything, though. Everything else. So I like this guy here.
So now, into the horde phase, right?
What?
You just spawned the horde stuff?
Yeah.
So now the outsider comes in.
Oh, great. That's actually awesome.
Yeah.
So this is the betrayed. It has 8 health. Play, summon 3 skeleton tokens. So I assume it just does the 2.
You can only do 2.
Yeah. And then the betrayed's base attack value is equal to the number of monsters on the battlefield. Destroyed, if there are 2 or more undead monsters, destroy the 2 weakest undead monsters and resummon the betrayed.
You know what? I'll bet.
Other undead monsters get +1 attack.
I'll bet that might go there, and any extra stuff always gets spawned at the end of the horde phase, courtesy of that text. Because anytime you would spawn something and you can, it goes to the outsider pile. So you're in a world of pain.
Yeah, and so basically, I need to remove. There are 2 more undead monsters. When I defeat this in play, it comes back. So I've got to clear the board and not die.
And you can get down to 1. You can get down to 1 at least.
And its attack value is the number of monsters on the board. So really, step 1 is just clear the monsters.
Yeah, but you have to wonder how this card isn't going to get pillaged as well.
That is a good wondering.
Maybe you got something that can, -1 health or play a tower.
I'll go to the bathroom real quick.
Something that comes into play and takes a skeleton off the board.
Or let's get more creative. No, I'm close. Because I could technically, like, just as a thought exercise here, this can't move because it's all full, right? So I could like do this. So that's going to get destroyed. That's going to get destroyed. Technically, this can actually strike this thing, so it would do 6. This could do 8, and I could destroy it.
But you have
there's
2 tokens.
But I'm 1.
Ooh,
like kill
that's
effect, you
pretty
know?
close now. No way to wiggle, right?
What's restore mean? And I have 6.
Ooh, restore might be bring from pillage pile. Restore X amount of wound tokens. Rebuild gets your pillage pile back.
I need that keyword.
Yeah.
Let's think about this.
Have you determined that you have failed?
No. Yes.
Yeah?
Close.
If you say I failed, I'm going to pick up a deck and we're going to play a quick 2-player.
I'm going to pay 2 for the Scarifier. It's got a fast action. Sacrifice. Their Scarifier gets -1 health.
Ooh, you're a
restore
healing
2
guy.
health out to an ally.
You need to be getting these behemoths out, healing them, and running the board.
Yeah.
And that's clearly what we're supposed to be doing.
And then we'll pass. So then we'll just quickly resolve it.
Okay.
Treachery card?
Yeah.
Actually, this rotates. Treachery card. Far right gets +1 attack.
Okay.
Then we'll resolve. So I'm hitting for 3. It's hitting for 1. So I destroy this. And this goes away. Then...
You want to draw this card?
No. I'll attack for 4. It'll attack for 4. This is destroyed. This is destroyed.
It's going to be the kind of thing that bards will sing about, though.
I attack for 6. That's right.
The last stand of Talat.
And it's currently, there's a number of monsters on the battlefield.
Attack value.
So does this count as 2 monsters?
I think it counts as 2, yeah.
So its attack is 4.
Yeah.
I have an armor, so I'll take 3. And then I'll deal 6 back.
Mm.
And then I'll deal 2, which will defeat it. But it actually doesn't get defeated. These guys just
Destroy
go away.
the 2 weakest undead monsters instead. And then heartbreakingly lose the game to pillage.
Well, so then this dies, because I assume this card also attacks for 8.
Yeah.
Then this attaches to it. It'll take 2 every fight phase. And then this 1 doesn't do anything. And then it clears, and then I lose to pillage.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty hip.
Yeah.
All right, you want to play that red
close.
deck?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll play the blue deck. Let's see what 2-player looks like. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to switch to... Yeah, there's those. We're going to switch to the normal 2-player
You're going to hand me the
stages.
that green card.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look. What castle? Do you want to do my castle?
Did we not each get one?
No. 1 castle only. Chris Deutsch, I have to say, as a solo co-op player, this is looking fun and puzzly in a good way. Complex but straightforward rules so far. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty freaking cool so far.
Here's some skeletons.
Gavin Wild, I just found this game in an advert. I'm thinking about backing it. I thought I was looking for a different deck builder, but this looks great. It really is somehow threading that CCG, TCG itch of actually like having this kind of like deck buildy tactical gameplay that makes you feel like you're playing in a 1v1. Like you got to look at your hand and figure out your best lines of play. Draw your cards, manage the discarding. It's really slick so far.
Yeah, and I think once I got kind of in the flow of it, it's really clean. Some really clever little design mechanics here. Oh, here's some skeleton nose.
Normal difficulty. You can trade me
go.
out the gates. And then
So what is different about 2-player?
So the gate, you'll notice, has bigger numbers on it.
Yep.
So it's going to start spawning bigger thing. Dragon said everything is the same, only the gate is different. Each player always draws 5 mulligans. Good luck, have fun. So it's the same exact thing.
Do we have shared resources?
We share lanes. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
We get double the resources basically but we have to share the board.
Yes. And let me see. Maybe the Horde spawn probably doesn't spawn twice.
I particularly like the. I'm curious about the
it's all-
customization of decks ultimately, obviously, and I saw they said they were going to be doing more of these, like the outsiders you can possibly face and the bad guys. Having a lot of those would be awesome.
Having a lot of different options would be cool. Now, what I don't understand though, how are we not just going to dunk on this with it being a 1-1-2-3? You had a 1-1-2-0
Oh, on the difficulty?
on your old.
It was like
tape.
1-2-2-0.
Was it? Is this it?
1-1-2-0. Oh, this is the second one. Yeah, the second one was 1-1-2-2.
1-1-2-0. Yeah. So now we're doing 1-1-2-3.
No
but we
zeros.
have double the mana.
Yeah.
To spin. Let's see what happens.
Dropper said mana cannot be shared.
Yeah. So we can't like give each other bucks. Zach bucks.
Yeah, you can use one of your castles if you want.
All right. Well, let's use Gullbjorn's Castle. Oh wait, hold on. No, I'm gonna play alternative here. I'm gonna do the Frostbite Stronghold.
Andrew asking if there's a deck building aspect. So on the back of the rules, even on the Kickstarter, definitely check out the Kickstarter. I'll link to that real quick if you haven't checked it out. You gotta look at that box, the storage box. But deck customization is definitely a part of this, as far as I know. And then I know that there's plans for some pretty exhaustive expansions on the
New Horde
outsider
stuff.
side. The Horde stuff,
Hordes and
different
outsider
decks.
cards and experiences. There's campaign stuff apparently.
Giacomo's saying, Steve, remember to use the new gates with 3 mana on stage 1.
Oh right, yeah.
So we only get 3 around.
Yeah, there's an errata I got in my. Thanks, Giacomo, for that. I kind of didn't worry about it because he said otherwise it'll just be a little easy, and I'm like, well, that maybe is okay.
We like easy. We draw 5 still?
Yeah. Draw 5, take a molly, and shuffle in, draw again.
I really like the art on this Bushido of the Rose. Very stealthy character. Check this out.
Zach.
Oh man, that was a long con too, because the stream can see the card basically immediately, right? And then Steven has to wait to see it. Oh man.
You never see him coming.
Stephen T saying, hey TC, just want to give you another UK shipping success. Ordered my fab tokens and Circle and Unboard Monday night, and they arrived today. Super great service. Really love hearing that.
Great.
If
Love it,
you're
Steven.
unfamiliar, we have our compatible tokens for Arkham, Champions, and Fab available with UK shipping at this point. That's a service we're exploring. I'm hopeful to make a lot of things that we do available there.
Can you feel how cold it is getting?
Feels so good.
Yeah.
I had to put my jacket back.
It's like, what, probably 20 degrees now?
It's because
I hope
we
my
opened
water
the door.
doesn't freeze up.
It was hailing earlier.
I set up I have a series of thermometers. You'll love this.
Sounds like a good book or something.
And I have my master thermometer in the house, and it has 4 satellites. One of them's in the well house, one of them's under the house in the crawl space, one of them's in my bedroom.
You have thermometers with satellites?
Yeah. So like they're all within 150 feet of the main. So I know the temperature of my well house, the temperature of my crawl space by looking at the main interface. So, and I have alarms set up where if it ever gets to 34 degrees in any of those places where my water lines are, I know that I need to go get a heater going or something down there.
Yeah. Nice.
Information, you know?
I like, can you see that when you're not there, or do you have to be there?
I have to be there.
Okay. That'd be really good. If you could check it. Like, so I installed like smart thermostats in my house and be able to change the temperature when you're not home and or when you're home from any room without having to go anywhere.
Is it handy?
It's so handy.
Is it worth like, the fact that Bezos is looking at you?
It's not Bezos.
Or whatever, whoever is looking at you is looking at you?
I did my research, but yeah, sure.
Sure.
I mean, it's kind of like.
I mean, that's the way I feel about Face ID on the phone. It's like, it's too convenient for me to care about the privacy.
My thing to me is, I don't care, technically. Like, I don't want people tracking me, of course, just generically.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
But like, just the reality of, I know I'm not very important, I guess, is the point.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not doing
We've been
anything
saying that for years.
questionable. Yeah, it's just like, on certain things. I mean, I don't like the idea of me being sold as a data product.
Yeah.
I just don't like that concept, which is what, that's a longer conversation. But anyways. All right.
I'm no data product.
But actually on the art front, Carp Shadow, great piece of art.
You may have Clan of Steel and Hormonster in the lean to their right to fight each other. Okay, I like that card. Okay, I don't want this. Or do I? Yeah, see, you gotta think about your breakpoints, yeah? 3, 2, 5. Yeah, I'm keeping this, I'm keeping all but one.
Yeah, your breakpoints really matter.
Which is more of like a magic thing. It's like you have to hit your curve on this. Which makes me want to get into deck construction.
That's right.
I feel like I could have like a rush deck.
I'm telling you, the
control deck.
The cards I've seen so far in red make me happy.
I get to be the guy with the... Now, if anyone runs out of deck here, we all lose. So...
Well, don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Zach, I'm going to wreck. We're going to be so good. We're going to be so good.
All
okay,
right.
Gain mana.
Did it.
Summon Horde cards. How many we got in the top? One? Dude, I love co-op already.
Yeah.
Ah!
It's a different kind of energy.
It's so much cooler. It's like, yeah, let's win together instead of hoping kind of that you lose.
Sniper, summon 2 red minions. Sniper deals 2 damage to the most wounded ally unless the player discards a card from their hand. If there are no allies, pillage 3 cards. Does that apply to both of us?
Snipers deal 2 damage to the most wounded ally unless a player discards a card from their hand. Can you do that?
No, but it says if there are no allies, pillage 3 cards.
Oh. Oh, does pillage apply? I think it applies to both of us.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it's got it. It's got to.
Lame.
Weak.
Boo. Tired of getting dunked on.
Hey, but look, we can just wreck this thing right off.
But it just doesn't do anything. All right, can we do 6 damage on this turn? That's the question we need to be asking ourselves. I can get 3 out there.
I can get 3.
Let's see the best way to get 3 out there. All right, I like this. You want to just kind of free for all this thing? Oh wait, we get an extra red and blue minion according to this setup card. Summon a minion of each color, then a red and blue extra.
Oh my gosh!
And then when it's destroyed, instead of drawing a card, we summon a minion of every color.
Okay, so we got too excited. I think the red minion card is a problem.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah.
I don't want to make the same mistake you did though.
I didn't make mistakes. It doesn't exist. Do you have anything that can do 4 damage?
Do you have anything that can do 3? Like a 3 stat? I have a +1 buff I can apply. Is why I say
that. Processing. Just yes.
All right. Well, that's our.
I'm gonna play that really sneaky Bushido of the Rose for 2. I'm gonna engage. During the fight thing, if the outsider is not on the battlefield, it gets +2 attack for the remainder of the turn.
That's right.
So it's gonna be up to a 3.
It's gonna be up to a 3. Let's go and turn our gate too. We forgot to turn the gate at the end of the Horde phase.
Which way is it? This way?
Yeah. Nope. Still not. It's amazing.
Now I'm in that situation where I'm trying to do it backwards, and then it is going the correct way.
Oh wow! Look at Love Face.
You want to get banned?
I don't know. It's just emojis. Wow, that's a strong emoji game. I think that's a bot, or is that a real person?
Definitely a bot. Jordan Moore is saying, just back this today, and welcome to the club.
You've never talked to my friend Loveface XYZ online strips without clothing?
I haven't. Nope.
Yeah. Strips with clothing would be strange.
Chicken strips?
Okay, the Horde phase is done. See, I'm a step-by-step guy.
I haven't seen this thing the entire time, so I'll let you be the guide.
All right, well, let's just... I don't know if there's any strategy as far as placement. Like, I'm going to play a Clan of the Wildcat here. Why not, right? That's a fine place for that to be.
I have something else to do as well, yeah. What's it do?
Basically, anything that's opposite, I can return it, and it will do no damage.
Cat people.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Hilarious.
But it's going to do 2 to the gate.
Well, I'm going to do 3 to the gate. How about that?
Okay. How do you get... You got more mana.
I'm going to play Carp Shadow.
Carp Shadow, like the fish?
That's right. Play, if the outsider is not on the battlefield, an ally gets +2 attack for the remainder of the turn. So I'm going to give him +2.
My clan?
No, my guy. But I could give your clan.
Does it have trample?
No, not that. This.
Give my guy that. Give.
Why can't I give this
Oh,
guy?
it's its own ally.
Yeah.
Oh, he is an ally. I am the ally. All right. Well, then I'll see your raise you a bloodlust here.
Now, I do think we have to be careful generally about filling up this board. Because we could get to a point where it's the opposite problem.
And we can always optionally discard cards.
Okay, great. Fill her up.
All right. I'm going to give your Bushido the bloodlust there.
Oh, come
It's
on
going to
now.
get him +1 in armor, which will not matter.
Let's just look at that thing. Woo. I'm just going to put this here. You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right. So
Now, hold on just a second. Here's what we do. I've got an idea. I'm going to
brain
get those
time.
2 back. I'm going to pay 1 with Korjok's Castle, the Frostbite Stronghold, stun the weakest horde monster.
get out of town.
Right?
Yeah, I'm into
Did I do well?
it. We're doing it. I like
Okay.
it.
Now we go to the treachery phase. Hit me with that treachery card. This is when everything goes wrong.
All right. The rightmost thing gets +1 attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, blue is. I get it. You're the stun.
I'm
Lock
here,
down.
I'm here. Resolve horde fight, nothing. Resolve alliance fight, abilities. If the outsider's not on, now you would get +2.
Okay, we hit for 4.
Strike.
Does that mean I draw a card?
A player draws a card.
You have more resources, so I'm gonna elect you to get the card.
Hold on. I don't need the card.
I'll get the card.
Yeah.
All right.
Our minions horde monsters.
It says right here, elite monster.
It says it right there on the lobby. Hold on, let's make sure. It might tell us that we just did that wrong. Minions in a lane become monsters. Ergo, stun the weakest horde
Well,
monster.
you said horde.
Oh, horde. It's not a horde monster, is it?
Yeah.
It's a minion monster. No! Okay, back to our plan A. Okay, same thing happens except you lose the Bushido or the Rose.
Yeah.
And then their gate takes 2 damage from my Clan of the Wildcat,
And 3 from my thing.
3 from your thing. So here we go.
And this is gone. That's for you.
Okay. Easy. Pillage phase. 4.
We both lose 4?
Yeah. Jams 1000, first day back here, can't wait. I've played it 5 times on TTS, really enjoying it. Thanks for what looks to be a great game, Giacomo and Ricardo.
Gain our bucks.
Ending phase, discard down, yeah. Gain our bucks.
And we're gonna get 3 bad cards here.
3, we get $3, is that right?
No, $3 and 3 bad cards.
Okay.
Here we go. Revenant Cavalry.
Wait, we get 3 already?
Yep. Round 2.
Oh, it goes that direction.
Ani Champion.
Oh, man. Now,
Ooh, the Fallen Kami. We each get 2 extra resources.
Ooh.
But fight, the Fallen Kami deals 2 damage to all allies within 1 lane. Just to remember that.
Now, wait a minute.
This guy gets +2 attack for the turn. Gets +2 armor if engaged. And this goes away.
Okay, now hold on a second. Hold on just a second. Okay. All right, let's talk shop here. 2 damage to all allies within 1 lane. Now we can prevent that from happening. Turn the castle at the end of the horde phase. Okay. Okay, I've got a couple of things I'd like to speak to you about. One is...
Can you check my office hours?
One is the Clan of the Wildcat going here.
Uh-huh.
Using the fight ability to return. Mm-hmm. And then this doesn't do any damage.
I like
But then, meantime, I can place a guy over here, soak the 3 damage, and have it kill this. Now, +2 armor. Ooh, so he'd be at 5. All right, so hold on just a second. I can do 4 damage.
So
That's just short.
I like this guy leaking the 1 damage because we just need 1 to kill it.
That seems
So
nice,
we're not
doesn't
wasting
it?
time.
Yeah.
If we have someone we can put here that won't die, it's gonna get +2 attack though.
Yeah.
Just to remember.
I can do that.
So technically, I could play something. Well, let me look.
You know what? Okay, so I've got a good. I can give you +2 health and +2 attack to something. Different things even. But it would have to be your thing because I can't do both. Play a thing and do that. We can also stun that thing with our castle for 1 hard-earned mana. And I think either of us can spin that since it's our singular castle.
Yeah, don't forget your stun ability either, right? What's that do?
Oh, fight each other. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can stun the Revenant Cavalry. It's the weakest monster. The weakest horde monster.
Well, what if it was already off the table? Then we could stun something else.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
That would be sick. Can you do that?
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that seems like priority number 1.
All right, so here's what I would think. I have these Crane Shadows. Cost 3. Fight if the outsider is not on the battlefield. Oh, that's the fight ability. Hold on. Doesn't work. If it's not on the battlefield, you can deal damage to Crane Shadows, or do 2 damage to something.
And that's a fight ability?
Yeah, but that doesn't work because it's a fight ability. It's not fast action now. No.
So if this guy isn't engaged, I can do 5 damage there, 4 damage there. Oh, and trample to leak the 1 extra that we need. So if I claim this spot, let me just do it. Let me just put it down and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, 5 for the Clan of Steel.
Clan of the Steel.
So the fight ability is going to trigger these 2 fight each other. And as long as this hasn't gotten +2 armor, he will die and I will live. And then I will soak this and live, and he will live, but I will die. But that soaks that attack, gets rid of that champion, and then we can pop here to have this not do any damage.
And that's gonna destroy you though, right?
It will destroy me the second attack.
Yeah, but you'll soak both basically.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'll do the trample 1.
Yeah,
which would kill the gate.
and you're gonna use this to basically just cancel that.
Yeah,
And then this will leak the damage and get it.
that will already be gone because of trample.
Ooh.
These 2 fight each other, and I have 4 to 3. Boom, 1 to the gate.
Okay, so then anything we play is just bonus.
I think it's bonus. Yeah. This guy will still be around unless you do 1 damage before his fight ability resolves.
Well.
And then this guy does 2 here, here, and here.
Let me think. Should I clean up some of the minions? Also, when we destroy this, we're going to summon a minion of each color.
Yeah,
So that's gonna be
probably blue
mid-turn.
comes in. Yeah, we need to get rid of blue.
Yeah. I have an idea. So if I do this here, and just trust me on that.
I'm trusting.
Because he's going to go to 3. Boom, boom, boom. And then I'm going to play something.
All right, so far it seems like just an incredible strategy. Why are these even here? Do these matter?
I don't think so. I mean, they would be good if you didn't have the board.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so you could play it just with these on a singular board. That's cool, actually,
Yeah.
if you didn't have the playmat.
Mm-hmm.
Sand147, same here. Day 1 backer, collector's box. Can't wait till October and all the stretch goals. Keep them coming. Let's go. Let's take it over 1 million. To the moon. Skytear Horde to the moon.
I'm going to play the Crane Shadows over here.
Look at you with your ninjas, man. You're like a ninja guy. You're this cool ninja guy.
And I think I'm going to engage here. We're really going to chomp these down. What color is that?
You just hate minions. You can't stand minions.
A minion of each color. I'm not going to do that then. We're just going to let that happen for now. Okay.
Are we satisfied?
I'm satisfied.
Okay. Now we're going to do the treachery phase. Reveal. Ooh, this could really mess us up.
Far right.
That's fine.
+1.
It's absolutely fine.
That's perfect.
You want to put it over there to remember? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't,
Just
really just
that dude,
doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
So,
resolve each horde fight ability. +2. So let's just, yeah, +2 there. Non-engaged with an ally, so that doesn't matter. Deals 2 damage to allies within 1 lane. Uh-oh,
that is a problem.
That's now a problem for us.
Let's rethink our lives. I'm going to move this guy here. Oh, no, it has to be there. Hold on. Hold on.
Do you have spare mana?
Yeah. Well, not really. I have a card I want to play.
Because I'm just thinking, if you stun that cavalry, that Clan of Steel will live. And that Clan of Steel seems really good. You hip with it?
I can use your castle.
Yeah, it's our castle.
I'll absolutely do that.
We're castle bros.
Let me see something. Well, let's leave this.
I like that, yeah. I like that.
And let's move this over here.
Okay, just bail out. Okay, so do it 1 lane at a time. So
yeah.
Minus. I'm just gonna,
it's great because you're going to bounce that thing and the damage won't matter.
That's right, won't matter. Okay, and then we go to our fight abilities. I'm going to have Clan of Steel and a Horde monster in the lane to the right attack each other. I'm doing that. I'm going to do 4 to it.
Yep.
It's going to do 3 back to me. And it is going to trample 1 damage to the gate.
Oh, I have a... Before that happens, I'm going to play a card. I'm going to play a Dragon Punt. Oh, no, I can't do it. Why do I only have 1? I don't...
Because you stunned. Yeah,
it. Okay.
All right, Oni Champion gone.
Yep.
Somebody can draw a card. I hope it's me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you need a card? Do you have the right spread of costs to pay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then trample 1, gates destroyed.
All right, summon 1 minion of each color. Whew, stage 2 is a big 3 to start this thing. A 3/3/3. We got 3 cards coming every round until this thing's gone.
It doesn't
We're
matter.
gonna blow this thing up.
We're gonna blow it up. We gotta rush to
That's the goal.
Here.
That's the old red strat. Okay, and then here, nothing. Here happens.
I may return to my hand to effectively lock down this guy. And then look at this.
4 damage. Straight up.
Cool. Look at us. We're going to cruise right through to victory, man.
So the red is crazy because it wants to move fast, but all the stuff gets worse when the horde's out or when the thing's out. So you get to the end stage, and then all of a sudden all the cards are not very good.
True.
Which is hilarious.
Okay. Can you log in? Yeah, you're getting on Twitch, Bryce. Do you have banning powers?
I'm blocking.
No, I can't do it from Discord. I'm actually not in Restream at all. I'm just watching it.
Can you do it direct from Twitch? Do you have the TC login? It might be saved in your account. Okay, so all of that's resolved. Gate has taken the damage. Then we go to the pillage phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's fine.
Okay. But we do get 5 resources now, according to this box. Did this get errated?
Yeah, it did. Do you want 5 though?
I'm assuming it's going to be +4 instead of 5.
Yeah, it's mine. I think it's -1 to all of them. John was share that earlier. It was very good to share all of this, knowing that we would foolishly not actually remember. Stage 2 is 4. It's 4/8. 3, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, that's right. Why did they make it harder? I feel like it's plenty hard.
The dragon is a horde monster. Any card that comes from this deck is a horde monster, but it's also an elite monster.
I think that's right, yeah. All right, did we do everything? Pillage, ending, down to 7.
You see that barrier ability?
Gain mana.
It would suffer damage and has no damage. Instead, it takes 1. So the first time you hit it, it only takes 1.
I think that thing's just going to kill our castle until the game is over.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're letting the dragon through.
Yeah. Okay, so we get our money, and then the horde phase. Summon the horde cards. How many?
3. And this guy's unstunned. All right, Reverent Fusiliers. Just a little body. Shade Coven. And the Scourge. Let the games begin.
1 mana.
Steven ain't ever gonna miss a resource.
No.
Unless it's on that
I'm
tunic.
telling you. Okay, things have gotten bad.
Alright, so anything here is gonna take 2 damage. Just remember that.
Why did they make these cards so hard?
But it's cool because next round and the round after we only get 3 cards each turn.
Now, we can squeak into the outsider at this point.
What happens if the outsider doesn't have a place to go?
I think it sits in the outsider pile until it can spawn. So that's
Something.
yeah.
We gotta do it with the minions too, because when this gets destroyed, we get a minion of each color. And we're gonna run out of deck. Been there before?
There's a lot we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So let's look at how this is going to resolve so far. So this fight ability kills here, and then the fight normal kills here. That's a 2-card swing for us.
That's a twofer. Plus, this is overkill.
Yeah.
So you can deal 3 damage here.
And this will summon a skeleton when it's destroyed.
Yeah. Which will go in this slot.
Will it go in its place?
It would go in this place, yeah.
In its place, probably? Yeah.
Okay.
So then there would be a 1 skelly there.
Yeah, then we can just take this punch here.
Yeah, so you got to.
Take this punch.
I don't know. It feels like that thing's got to die.
Anything here is going to take 2 before we even get
I was
started.
going to say, that's like a 5. It's like bogus, man. Four. Okay, well. I'm not your stepping stone.
Man, the spam is out today. I'm blocking again.
It's because Skytear Horde, they knew it was going to the moon. They knew it was so popular.
To the moon.
You know, your ninjas are not as good as they were in the beginning.
Yeah, they're getting less bad. Last game, yeah. But you know,
can still hit for 3.
I've got an idea. I'm going to play a card.
All right, I think you should just play 1, and then let's reevaluate, and then I might play 1.
I'm going to play the Bushido Officer. Action, another ally gets +1 attack for the remainder of the turn. Period. I just use an action to do it.
If you take my Clan of the Steel to 5, I would trample 4 damage and clear the gate.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, so I'm going to do this. And you get +1 for the turn.
+1.
I got you. And then I have a just super good... I'm going to clear the blue minions.
Are you? You going to spawn them there?
Nope. I got that minion hatred in my bones. Know what I mean? You know what I mean.
Okay, so 2, 4 against 5. That Fallen Kami is really...
It's almost, if you have a 3 health something, just a sacrifice to it.
Well, I can throw that Clan of the Wildcat back in there.
To waste time.
Yeah. But at the same time, we don't care about castle health at this point. We're healthy. We're not worried about that side of the game.
Unless you have something you're saving for, I feel like it costs 2 to do that guy.
Yeah.
So like that's a great little unit for that spot. Because like you save us 4 damage for 2 resources basically.
You don't think, but there's no way this is going to be the end game. Right?
When that horde gets out of here, I don't know, man. But maybe.
Is there any advantage to an ally having... Okay, there actually is. So Scourge, it gets +2.
And
So it goes to 6.
so also of note, I can take one here to do 2 to something. Even here. So I can take 1, do 2, and then do 3 and actually take it out.
Really?
Because this fight ability, I can take a damage to do 2 immediately.
Yeah.
And then I can actually win that fight. So I can clear that, I'll clear this, and I'll clear this.
That's great. So you've cleared the boat.
Yeah.
I can clear that fallen Kami.
Really?
Yeah.
Do it. Let's go. Well, the first time it takes damage.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this clan in there, and it's just going to die.
Yeah, yeah.
The
You just need
old-fashioned
something to
way.
hit it once,
Yeah.
so you can actually deal with it. The old-fashioned way.
And then, what's the weakest monster right now?
One of these things you're going to trample to death. Although, if you did this one now, you would actually clear the horde that replaces it. Oh, are you going to
just a
stun it?
stun.
I thought you were going to...
I think it's fine to maybe stun the cavalry, and therefore not take...
Totally. These things are crazy.
Yeah, it seems good, right?
Yeah, $5.
We'll just leave it there.
Because he's going to get +2 attack as well.
Okay, I think we're okay here.
All right.
Let's save some money, save some time.
Boost phase, whatever that's called.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Special.
Leftmost?
If the boosted leftmost monster is engaged, move it to the rightmost empty lane.
That's fine.
But that's really reasonable, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll resolve.
Now we go to the fight actions. So,
yeah, that's right.
1 damage to the creature engaged with it. If they're not engaged, 2 damage to the castle.
Got it.
They got us. 2 damage to allies within 1 lane. So I'll take 2 here.
2 here.
And take 2 there. Nothing here. Scourge of Puido gets +2.
And is this when I play fast actions?
And now, hold on. You play that after the treachery phase.
Okay. I'm going to play a Dragon Punch. I love that card. For the remainder of the turn, an ally gets +3. So I'm just going to put a 3 here on this. Is it that one that I need it on? What's that?
+2.
+2 attack, yeah.
Yeah, I can do the actual one. So actually right here.
Yeah. +3, and then gains. This ally may deal trample damage to a minion group instead of a gate. So he's going to trample here, and I'll be able to clear some minions.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm just going to put this here as a reminder.
I love it.
And then fight actions 2. I'm going to use this thing. 1, and I'll deal 2 damage to this guy.
Yeah. We know how that's going to go. Let's just put a 2 on him.
Yeah.
Well, and you get different colored dice and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you could put it on like the
there
health
you
or
go.
something. That's what I've been doing.
Damage the hell.
Okay. Then resolve.
Resolve our fight abilities. I may have these 2 fight. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to trample 4 damage to the gate.
Boom. Summon 1 minion across the board.
Okay.
This guy can't summon yet.
That's right.
Well, this guy's gone, so we have a Skeletor.
That's correct.
But it still can't summon yet, so I'm going to put him down here in the stack. This can't be damaged.
Draw a card. Who wants it? You want it?
Sure.
I got plenty to spend on.
I'm down to 1 card. Okay. And then...
Fight ability, I can return, which I'm not going to. Fight.
I use that fight.
Outsiders on the battlefield. Fight. If Carp Shadow's alone, you're not.
No.
Okay, now we go to the resolution. So this is just going to do essentially what? Doesn't have this thing anymore, so that's kind of a bummer. Do nothing.
We'll take 1.
Take 1, yep.
You're going to do 1 and die.
1 and die.
Give him -1
To the fallen
somewhere.
Kami there. Yeah, -1 life. They're on the back of these minions.
And then I'm at 7 with trample that I can send into a minion. So it's 3 in an armor, which will kill it. And then I'll use the 3 carryover to clear this one, actually. And draw a card.
Do you draw? I wonder if you draw on that.
I don't know.
Technically destroyed.
It's a good question.
What does Dragon Punch say?
Deal trample damage to minion group instead of a gate.
I think you destroy it. I like it. And then does this guy die as well?
Giacomo apparently saying you resolved one lane entirely before going to the next.
Oh, fights and then clash. Fights and clash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
That makes sense.
This guy dead?
Yeah.
Crane shadows. If the outsider's not on the battlefield, you may deal 1 damage. You did all that already.
Yeah, so we're defeating each other.
Defeating each other. Hey, the Scourge is dead, though.
Yeah.
And then, actually, 1-to-1. Wait, Scourge is dead. Did you draw?
Nope.
And then 1 and take nothing in response?
Because he was stunned.
Because he's stunned?
Yep.
You got cards to play? You like your hand? Or do you want to keep going? I'll take 1 if not.
Oh, for destroying something?
Mm-hmm.
You can have one.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, ending phase, just go down to 7. Rotate the gate, we already did that. And then gain mana. So how much mana do we get now?
6, but probably 5.
Yeah, so I'm going to 7.
And then we're going to get 3 bad cards. And then this guy's going to try to summon.
Yeah.
First card, Revenant Archers. Play, deals 1 damage to the most wounded ally. If there are no wounded allies, they deal 1 damage to the castle instead.
Great.
Number 2, Shade Hounds. So, standard. Number 3, Suppression Fire. Play, summon 1 green minion, 1 yellow minion, and 1 skeleton token.
Oh, we didn't pillage.
3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Everyone's saying remember to summon a skeleton? We did, right?
Yeah, we summoned that one, at least.
Yeah, okay. So 1 green minion, 1 yellow minion.
Make sure there's no other ones. Oh, yeah, resurrect on the Revenant Cavalry there. That guy that we killed there. So that skeleton token goes here, which means this guy goes here, this guy goes here.
Did 1 green minion?
1 green minion.
1 yellow minion.
1 yellow minion.
For the remainder of the turn, the strongest monster gets fight. This monster deals 2 damage to an ally within 1 lane.
Strongest monster gets fight.
One of these 2.
And what does it do?
Deals 2 damage to an ally within 1 lane.
Preference?
Doesn't really matter. We need to deal with this guy, right?
Yeah. All allies within 1 lane. And ally. Let's put it on this guy. He gets the oh, you got it under him right now. Yeah, you did it right. Sorry, I'm gonna fight. This monster deals 2 damage to an ally within 1 lane. Okay.
Alright, I rotated this at the end of the horde phase. Just
Okay.
now.
Perfect.
Then it's us.
And
This guy
then-
still can't summon.
Still can't summon. Okay. Well,
So this is still not bad because you can clear both skeletons with this thing, right?
yeah, or
I also
I can move this thing here, do 4 across.
I can play things that can mess with these guys. Especially that little guy can come to this lane and just trade. Or I can play something that wouldn't go away. That's probably the better thing to do.
And trample, we don't have any great opportunity for trample here.
Also, if this is engaged, he's actually going to move over here. I do have a dragon punch that gives +3, and then you can trample into this.
Oh, that's really relevant. We can build a giant. We can build a giant with that.
Yeah, but it says you may deal damage to a minion's group. So I doubt you can just like, spread the fire.
You've only got 1 of those? And we really need to clear our next... Did you turn the horde gate already? So I feel like we need to summon a minion and kill it. And then we also need to use a dragon punch and kill 4. And then we'd only pillage 2.
Yeah. So, do you...
I figure the best thing to do is going to be Like if Clan of Steel is here. Horde, these aren't Horde monsters. Okay, so that's not going to work. I can play Clan of the Boar, which would do 4 damage if we summon the minion here. I can put Clan of the Boar here.
Let's just go move him.
Yeah, let's just move him in the temporary space.
Yeah.
So if I go here.
Yeah, and you're grabbing a minion.
And grab, let's say, green. Okay. And then, yep. And then I can give an ally +2 health, and then I can give an ally +2 attack.
This is pretty solid because I guess you can fight this thing and this thing. So that's relevant. I was going to say because the damage this would do won't matter because this will already be gone. You know, actually... Because you could potentially destroy that thing if it wasn't going to consume you.
Man, if we don't clear lanes out, we're never going to get this outsider out. And we like need to get the outsider out to start dad moding.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that can do a lot of damage past the Shadehounds?
What do you mean past them?
Like with the Dragon Punch to clear 4 blue minions? Can you put something here to do that? Anything with 4 attack? Or 3 attack?
My biggest attack's a 2 right now.
My biggest attack's a 2 right now as well. Can you play that 2 attack and a Dragon Punch? What does that take his attack to?
5?
I can get him to 7.
But
I can get him to 7. That clears 4.
Let me start here. I'm gonna play some Mage Crafters, which lets me search my deck for an attachment weapon that costs 1 or less. Which I think is probably gonna be a 1-cost attack that lets me get plus attack. So I'm gonna get the Lightning Naginata, which costs 1. I get +2 attack.
Right on.
So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. +2. So now I'm at 4. I can get to 7, which is enough to kill that and kill that.
Yep.
Without any assistance.
Yep.
And this guy can still go somewhere. Technically. But he'll die to that fight ability. So...
Put him here.
Are you taking care of this guy?
Not exactly, but kind of. I was going to do 2 and then 2. It's going to do it both is the problem.
Yeah. So everything here would take 3 if this gets to the fight phase.
This is 2 as well.
Yeah, 2 and 2, 4.
So everything's going to take 4 before he even goes down.
Yeah. Now an alternative would be if this was here, you could have this fight this to get rid of him before that fight ability triggers.
I don't think so. It's all the fights happen on their side first.
No. Each lane happens.
Oh, that's right.
You fight, resolve.
Oh, that's
fight,
so
resolve.
much better for me.
Yeah,
okay.
So you could literally he'll punch you out if you don't have armor.
Okay,
of
let's
some
do it
kind.
like this then. Let's do Speak with the Spirits.
Look at that art.
I can play this after the Treachery, so I guess I'll do that. May as well wait.
And technically, since you're not dealing here anymore, I can leave this guy here, but I can also move him here. If this is a better spot for him to be in. He's going to go away either way. So do you want to be...
This one at least gets us a card.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, hold it there.
Yeah, he does become a Skeletor, though.
Ah, man, these skeletons, man. We need AoE damage or something, don't we? Your choice then on that, if you want to do this. I'm going to go ahead and play a Skytear Mine, pay 2, add 3.
Oh, nice.
So,
if you have something you can play here that wouldn't go away after you defeat it, though...
Yeah, I do.
That's probably the best value because this is going to clear that anyway. Technically, saying you could put the guy there, but I think this is better because you
Throw that there.
Yeah. Okay. Now I have some mana for my punch.
And then they fight, they kill each other, yeah. Okay.
All right, so let's get the boost card. Special to the right, deal 1 damage to the castle.
Great boost for us.
That's the Grialthan Battering Ram.
Great card for us here.
Yeah, and so we'll resolve the entire lane. First, a couple hours in, we figured it out.
We figured it out, yeah.
So any fight abilities.
I'm not going to return it.
All right, then we actually resolve the damage. So you'll kill the skeleton, no card draw.
I'll take 1.
Yeah. Then we resolve here, fight abilities.
Have these two fight each other. I do 4, it does 4.
Yep.
We die.
I think that's the way to handle that guy. Then the skeleton's going to do 1 to our castle.
Got it.
All right, nothing in this lane. This lane, fight abilities. I'm not alone, so it doesn't matter. I'll do 1. It'll do 2. They clear, this becomes a skeleton.
Oh, we need to draw a card. You want to draw a card for that? For this guy?
Sure.
Or for this guy. We got 2 card draws looming.
How about you get 1, I get 1?
Okay. And do I have to summon any skellies?
Nope. This guy does become a skeleton, though. Then we're here. I'm currently at a 4. I did this earlier.
That's right, you did. Of course you did. You did.
Plus 3. So now I'm at 7. I'm taking 3, which is fine. So I'll do 4 or 3 here and 4 here. There's another card draw technically.
How you doing on cards? I think I've got my next turn play.
I'm gonna draw 1. And this goes away. And then we resolve the last lane.
All right, 4 on 4. Dead. Card draw. And I'll take a card.
Okay. And I didn't rotate this. Only 2 bad cards this round.
Good.
So we gain our 5 money.
Go to 6.
And then, oh yeah, we need to, we have 3.
3. Only 3. Only 3.
Okay. And then we get 2 bad cards. So we'll start with the first one. The Oni Horde. Second one, another Oni Horde. We get to the end of the Horde phase. This rotates and we can finally summon the outsider.
Okay.
3 skeleton tokens. No spaces to summon the skeleton tokens. That's good. Do they go here?
Yeah, they all go there.
The Horde comes.
But being over here is great. Because by the time we get to combat resolution, we can actually kill this thing.
Yeah.
Which outsider is it?
The Betrayed. All right. Then we get to play stuff.
All right, now we're getting funky. Now this is where champions are made. Sand checking, either player can draw the card. I believe that's right, yeah. It says, at least in this manual, a player of choice draws a card from their alliance deck.
Yeah. So one thing we have to be real about is the fact that there's 3 minions up here.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 cards in my deck.
Yep.
So, and there's no way for us to engage either of those.
How many of these things can you kill?
I can kill the 2 skeleton tokens.
Okay, it's acceptable.
Oh man, it's bad. You know what? Actually, no, I don't. It's bad.
Okay, 2. Okay. Any secret abilities?
We only need to kill 3 of these guys. Because
right.
he needs 2 of them to do his ability.
Yeah.
So
We've got 1 on table. I've got him dead with all my mana.
And I can definitely kill these 2.
You can definitely kill the 2 skeletons, but this is still doing 2 to 4. So we're like just short.
That's gonna get stronger actually. Hold on. I have a way. You went at the end of the turn, yeah, but you don't summon these guys except for at the end of the horde phase, right?
Yeah, but then it would also saying that you would lose cards from the pillage before the turn is over. It would go pillage and then end, and then we would win or lose. So if you're out of cards by then, it doesn't much matter, does it?
Because I actually have a way to kill this guy.
Dang it.
So we can at least get really close.
Let's just keep looking.
I just don't have a way out of this problem.
I think we can get there. That's a problem we can solve.
Really?
Yeah. Somehow, Palpatine has returned. So I think we've got to start here with this play.
So I have a dude that gets. Oh no, that's a problem. Go ahead, do your thing.
All right, let's go here. Golbjorn. Play it. He and a monster in his lane fight each other. Currently is at +1, so he'll do 4 here, 5 back. Clear this. Take 4 damage, and then I believe that would allow us to now bring a minion card in because we have an open lane, right? Even if it's like, then we take a move action and then put something there to fight the minions or something like that.
Yeah. So let me...
So, and we should probably move him here so that he does at least get 5 damage on the betrayed and then dies. We can move the clan here to do 2 to red or yellow. And we do have a card draw looming here. How many cards you got? 3? I'm going to draw since it doesn't matter if the pillage is going to...
There's a way out of here.
It's not inconceivable.
You got clever. So let's check this out. I'm going to play the Bushido of the Peony. The Peony?
The pony.
Pony?
Bushido of the pony?
He gets +2 attack as long as our castle has 10 or less health.
Okay. We can make that happen.
If you move this guy, he gets +1 for each neighbor. So he's going to do 4.
Boom. Perfect. 10 or
so
less.
then we're doing 8.
Okay.
Then I need to play something here to engage here so that we don't lose.
Yes.
So I'm going to play...
But we're also not winning. Right?
Yeah, there's 8.
But the Oni Horde and Skeleton Token will go away instead of this guy dying.
Well, this guy hits, this guy gets removed. I need to play something here, and I need to play something
and
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which luckily I can't do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd be amazed.
But I'm close. But that's still fine.
And then 3 skeletons. Let's
play them up. These here. That'll go there.
Yeah.
So we're at least...
You can search your deck. You don't have one?
There's
3 cards there?
And even if I did, I don't think I would want it.
Nothing in there.
Because we're basically buying time. Now, what is the reality here? We don't want to kill him yet, in this case.
I think that's correct, yeah.
So then I'll put this guy here.
Because we need stuff to stick on the board at this point.
Yeah. And his attack value is going to be 0.
Dude, put your Bushido the Pony in front of the red minions. Magecrafters in front of the skeletons so they don't die.
There it is.
Because we got 3 more skeleton tokens waiting to come out.
Yeah, but he's not even going to hurt him, though.
He's not going to hurt him?
There's only... Oh, there'll be 2 monsters on the board, I guess. So it will be 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. Now? Okay, we've done our playing. Ooh,
Boost card.
It's crazy, yeah.
All the way on the right gets +1 attack.
Fine.
Great. Start here.
Yes.
Our castle takes 4. Fight ability gets +1 for each neighbor.
Okay.
And then he hits
Castle
for 4.
takes 4, done.
Here. He's dealing 1. You're dealing 2.
Yeah. Take 1, don't draw a card.
He's at +2.
That's right.
So I'm going to deal 3, and I'm going to take 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should. I'm going to.
Playing with fire here now. Skeleton token, 1. Take 1.
I'm bring red dice next week.
Yeah. And then 5 to the betrayed, and it's going to do damage back to me.
Yeah, now let's do this. And then we pillage 1. And this should have rotated.
2 this time?
Yeah.
It's doable.
We're going to gain our 5 mana.
All right, 5 money.
And then 2 cards. Suppression Fire. Summon a green minion,
Okay.
yellow minion,
Okay.
and a skeleton token.
Oof.
For the remainder of the turn, the strongest monster gets fight. This monster deals 2 damage to an ally within 1 lane. Put that there. Second card.
Actually, the Oni is the strongest. He's only at 2?
Well, it's 4, right?
Oh, right, 4.
Shade Havocs. We each get 1 resource. Fight. Pillage 1 card for each monster on the battlefield.
Wait, we each get 1 resource?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's relevant. That's a problem.
Can you stun him somehow?
We can if we had a way to kill that skeleton right now. That skeleton token. And the Oni Horde. You're so close. No.
Hold on.
Why? Why is pillage the worst?
So one of these skeletons is going to get summoned.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this here.
There he goes.
Let's think about this for a second.
Shade Havocs. Come on, Shade Havocs.
So technically, this guy's dealing 3. But he's going to take 2. I'm going to temporarily put him here.
Maybe we just have to kill the betrayed so he clears 2 monsters. Maybe that's the strategy, actually. Just like kill him once, clear 2, like 2 Oni Hordes last turn, and then kill him again.
Well, I think I've got some clever business.
How clever can you be?
So I can remove a skeleton and remove a minion, and then engage the other minion to make sure we don't lose to pillaging.
Is that at the end of the phase something happens? What does that outsider thing say? At the end of the phase, summon the stuff?
Summon all cards in the outsider's pile at the end of the horde phase.
Okay, so the horde collapses, and then we summon it here.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's a cool mechanic. So the goal would be destroy all 3 of these and all the minions and do 3 to this guy.
You got 1 card in deck?
Yeah.
And then this guy can't trigger his fight ability.
Somehow.
Somehow. I need Golbjorn 2.0. I think we've lost. It's over.
I have a high ground again.
I do have things that can give you life and or attack power. Just right off the bat, is there any way to even conceivably get this guy off the board? Do you have anything fancy or interesting that could do that?
0.
Okay, then we've lost.
Yeah.
It's gonna swing and pillage.
All right, we did it.
You know what? We're gonna come back next week and we're gonna beat this.
Absolutely.
I refuse to lose to this game.
I will say, so we played a prototype version of this months and months back. And the changes they made to this were really great. But I want to see, now that we know how to play a little bit and we're familiar with these decks, if we can actually overcome it next week.
I want to play it like 20 times in a row until I destroy it.
I particularly want to be
I
deck
want
building.
to take it into a fire and burn it.
Light it up.
I refuse to lose to this game.
Are you sure you're not a red player?
Yeah, maybe.
It gets me excited about deck building, though.
There's a couple of times that things resolved after we had made some decision. I was like, it would have been better if we had done it slightly differently.
Yeah.
Like one thing would have stayed on the board. I think it's incredibly important that everything lasts as long as possible that you play.
Yeah.
Right? It makes a ton of sense because you're investing your resources into the board. And the transient nature of cards in this particular game, you want them to stay as long as humanly possible. So I think I will start maximizing for that. It's a slightly different equation than your standard CCG.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just good trades, it's good trades over long periods of time.
Yeah, I ultimately have a ton of questions too. Like mechanically, there's that stuff that is like, I can get better, but picturing customizing and then like how different these decks are.
Yeah.
And having to build like a red deck to rise to that particular, it's like every other cooperative game that we play. But this is refreshingly different from any of the other co-ops, right?
It's not Champions or Arkham.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I think Arkham, Champions, Lord of the Rings, they all come from the same Spirit R&D group. You know, like it's different designers, but like it's almost like there's all the branches of games that came after Magic that are basically like iterations on the Magic equation.
Yeah.
And then you play something like Flesh and Blood where it's a totally new lane of
the
a game.
dueling game lane.
Yeah, and this is a totally different lane than any co-op card game I've played.
Yeah, it's different. This is great. Now, there may be... We're not co-op masters. We haven't played a lot of co-op games, aside from the kind of in our little sphere.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's like co-op board games that feel more like this that maybe I've missed. Yeah. But also the idea of like just having these little lane markers or a little playmat that you can roll out, and just like me and you can be like, hey, we're at the airport, like... Let's mess with this.
Let's do this thing.
Take this on.
Yeah.
This is great.
I would say, even if there were board games like this, if there are, leave a comment. I'd love to check those out just to see for reference. But the idea of a customizable card game, I'm not 100% sure, but if this is customizable too, because there can be a third player playing this.
Yeah, like the being the, oh my gosh.
So like
that's devastating.
Like it's
the
really,
Overlord,
really interesting. Yeah.
This is cool, Thomas Warren. This was informative. I pulled the trigger. Thanks for showing. Great, Thomas. Hey, I'm glad you found it interesting. This is a fascinating game, and we're also still playing production copies of this, so there could be changes that happen before things get printed. I know that everybody at Skytear Games are really interested in it being right, no matter what. So like I could anticipate if they get it player feedback during the Kickstarter campaign, or they see these videos and what other people have done, maybe tweak some numbers or tweak some things as we go. John even saying there, it's like maybe we should make an easy mode, basically like maybe we should tone it down a little bit.
Well, he's also saying that maybe what just happened should be the hard mode.
Yeah, maybe so.
The numbers and stuff.
Maybe so.
But yeah, check out the Kickstarter. I'll link to it one more time in chat. Link in there.
It's doing really well, right?
Super well.
This is a special entry into the category. It's a different entry, like you were saying. I'm glad that this kind of experience is available for co-op and solo.
And I'm really curious to see where they take it. Apparently, there's a TTS availability as well. You can try this game out online if that's something you're into. We'll be playing it next week as well. And then in the meantime, check out our Discord channel, where I'm sure we and others will continue talking about this.
Yeah, definitely. And if it is going expandable and whatnot, obviously we have a good relationship with Jackman and Ricardo, so I would love to do a sub for this in whatever form that would take. Whether it's like you get new heroes or new decks or whatever, maybe we could work that out too. Beautiful. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, and
it's
thanks
a pleasure.
To Skytear Games for sending this to us.
Yeah.
This is unnecessarily, they're being very smart about this.
I'm coming back and I'm going to beat this.
Let's do it.
I refuse to be beat by a system like this.
That's right. We are better than the
We're better than
the
this,
math
okay?
equation. Yeah.
Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining us.